Hello? 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 Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Hopefully you can hear me and hear music and hear things. Please tell me if you can't, but I think I fixed it. What's up? How we doing? Happy Tuesday. Y'all, it feels weird because it feels like it should be Monday, but it's not Monday. And it's Tuesday, but it feels like it should be Monday, but then we're playing Zero Escape, which is a Tuesday activity, so it really is Tuesday, but my brain can't wrap itself around the fact that it's Tuesday instead of Monday, and I'm just feeling very strange today, but you know, we're here. We conquered the scuff of the day, I think. I'm pretty sure. Here's hoping. And we are back with more Zero Escape VLR. I do believe this might be our last stream of this game, so we're just gonna see. The girls are excited. They're gathered here. They are tearing up my chair with their claws. Very excited, aren't we, ladies? Yes, we are. We're very excited. So yeah, we're here. We're ready. I'm fucking down to clown, besties, and I want to know: does my cracked theory hold any weight whatsoever?
You're my angel. Dust. Sorry, that's a drug.
Angel Dust? Oh, Juan, well, you're too kind. Are you saying that my streams are addicting and you just can't help yourself but come back for more of my cracked content? Because that's how I'm taking that. And if that's the case, wow, I am so amazing. That's awesome. I love that for you. Oh, thank you so much for the 40 freaking months, Juan. That's absolutely insane. That is absolutely bonkers. Bonkers it is. It's bonkers. Oh my god. Anyways, so how was your guys' weekend? If you had yesterday off, how was your day? Hope you guys had a good one. My weekend was good. I went and visited my parents, which was really nice. And we hung out. We played some Sentinels, which is always a good time. That's like my favorite game, and I'm still to this day just like so proud that I got my mom addicted to that game, because I never in a million years thought that she would like it. Like, I thought it was gonna be too complicated and like confusing for her, because she just doesn't really, I don't know, play like those kind of games too much. So I was absolutely shooketh when she was like, I want to play that again. Like, where are we gonna go play that again? I was like, oh yes. So we played Sentinels, which we haven't gotten to do in a long time, so that was really good. And we won. We slayed. We sure did. And what else? We just hung out. I kind of chilled all weekend. I re-downloaded Love in Deep Space, so that tells you I am back in my peak delusional era. Love that for myself. Just out here shrimping for the fictional men as per usual. Really nothing different there, you know. It's just a higher level. It's a higher level of it. So, you know, I'm concerned for my mental health, but it's all good. Whatever. No big deal. And no big deal. Nothing new here. What else? What else did I do this weekend? Honestly, not much. I took a nap every single day this weekend, which I haven't. I don't nap really anymore, so that was weird for me, but it was also kind of nice, although I felt like I lost a lot of time by letting myself nap, so that part wasn't great. But you know, I do feel like I caught up on a lot of sleep, so that's good. That's good. What else? I feel like there were other things I wanted to tell you guys, but I can't remember now. I think those were the main things though. Yeah, I think those were the main things. But all in all, like, a pretty good weekend, you know? It was nice. It could have been longer, but you know, they always can be longer. But that's all right. Today was pretty chill at work, so I didn't mind it too much. I think this week in general is gonna be pretty chill, so here's hoping. Hope you guys had a good start to your week today. If you didn't work yesterday, and hope your week is good from here on out, y'all. Sometimes it can be a little bit rough after having like a day off or whatever. I swear to God, like the short weeks always feel the longest. So here's hoping that this week that is not the case. But you know, even if it is, we will make it through. We will manage. But yeah, anyways, so I think it's time we jump right in. I'm not sure like how long the playtime is for what we have left of this game. I know when I ended stream last time, I was advised that that it would probably be at least like, well, over 30 minutes for sure. So I'm gonna guess maybe an hour. So if we end up finishing this kind of early, I guess we'll just kind of see how much time we have left, like how long we've been streaming. We might hop into a different game. We might do something else. I'm not really sure. Who knows though? With the way this game is, it might end up taking up more than, you know, normal stream time. And I also want to go through the notes and stuff. So yeah, we're just gonna have to see how long it takes us to get through this, since it seems like I think we've done all of the escape rooms now. I think it's just finishing out the story. So we're gonna see. Yes, we are in the home stretch, like for real now. Also, as told me last time to save the game after after like the flow or on the flow chart, so I fucking even remember. I don't think I did that though, so we're probably gonna have to watch the fun opening thing as per usual. Yep, there it goes. But you know, it's kind of tradition at this point, isn't it? You know, it's appropriate that we start this probably last stream of this game in this fashion, you know. Hello? Ladies, are you playing nice out there? I thought I heard a little yelp. Keep a headphone off so I can listen to them, make sure they're not getting up to trouble. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, right. We're at the very end part, but I'm sure it's going to extend because I was told it was going to take a while. I bet after we put in the ID and password, it extends the thing. Oh, I hear the zoomies. They are tearing it up. Oh my God, lady. Goodness gracious. She went flying through the blinds. I bet you guys heard that. So, that was a very good recreation of the blind sound, I know. Joke's on me, and you didn't hear it, and you're just like, what the fuck is she talking about? The lion is eating the sun, and Fi is eating the vine. That's actually Iris that did it that time. It's actually Iris. I think Fifi is out there playing with her little mat that her food bowl is on top of again. She likes to do that. Her eyes are glowing. Hi, Crackhead. How you doing? You doing good? Oh, no, she's not. She's not doing good. She's cracked out. Just like my theory. All right, so we're gonna put in the password here. This is where we stopped last time. For the end of this room we're in, I believe. And this time it actually is Kurashiki and Jumpy Doll. I think, anyway. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. We figured it out at the end of last stream, and then I decided to stop there because I was like, I need to end soon, and this does not feel like we're anywhere near at the end of the story, so it felt like a good stopping point. Axe body spray. All right. So Kurashiki and Jumpy Doll. Da-da-da-da. All right. See what happens.
Sigma,
What?
look!
What? Hi. a hologram of her this time. Oh? Oh my gosh, Iris. Girl, I know we're raving right now, but girl, relax. She is flying through the freaking blinds, just back and forth. My gosh, girly. She's going crazy. Hi, Bad. How's it going? Thank you for getting your daily mint. See what I'm screenshotting this, because see, what did I fucking say? As I know you're here. I know you're lurking. Come here. Come here. I just want to talk, okay? I just want to talk. I am specifically calling you out right now. Yes, I am. I am calling you out right now, right this moment, because look at that. Look at that, Mr. Tenmyoji right here, looking at this hologram, directly calling her Akane. Akane. What did I fucking say? People trying to gaslight me out here with my cracked theory. I knew it all along. I did. I knew it. Y'all were just trying to throw me off. Any pat the girlies want? Miss Riz, where's your sissy? Oh, there, she's still out there being a crackhead. You are also being a crackhead, though. Yeah, you are. She's got like airplane ears ready for launch. What pat do you want, hun? What pat do you want? Fifi? Any ideas? Any ideas, Fifi? No? Okay, you know what? I think I know what they want. I can feel it. I can translate it. I think they want me to have kitty ears, and I think they want pats on the kitty ears. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm sensing. Yeah, I can sense it. So we're gonna do some kitty ears. It's been a little while. I can't remember if they're called the cat or kitty. The cat ones. Let's see. Let's do let's do a white one and a pink one, and we'll pretend the pink one is like orange since they're calico. So it kind of feels like them, you know. Yeah, don't worry. I got it. I'll consider, since you only did one for the girls and there's 2 ears, I'll consider one of them my ear, my want, and the other one theirs. Whoa, did you just like bonk your head? Hun, they are going absolutely cuckoo crazy bonkers right now, y'all. Absolutely cuckoo crazy bonkers. Okay, I was like, those are not the same size. Okay, looking good, looking good. Then we'll get our pats on. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Did I give him drooks? No, I didn't. I didn't do nothing. Nothing of the sort, I tell ya. Nothing of the sort, but they are going absolutely cuckoo crazy. Maybe it's because they heard that we're getting to the end of Zero Escape today, and they're just really, really pumped and really excited. I bet that's what it is. I bet that's what it is. All right, there we go. Perfect. Now that's nice. That's nice, yeah. That's really nice. Let me lock. Oh, no. Lock. Lock them. Lock them down. Okay, that's good. That's good. They raving, yes, yes. Literally, your rave was at such a good time, Bad, because this just, once again, reaffirms my fucking theory. I'm feeling so fucking good. I'm feeling so fucking hype. That was the perfect time for you to do a crab rave. All right, Akane. What did I say?
Her name is Akane Kurashiki.
Mm-hmm.
I've been looking for her for a very long time.
Uh-huh. That's what I said. He walked toward her. Slowly, carefully, almost as if he was afraid of scaring her away. He reached out.
She's a hologram.
Bestie, that's her chest. Don't grab her like that. Tenmyoji squeezed his eyes shut.
Akane.
Yeah, she kind of did. He closed his hand around empty air and let it fall to his side. Tragic, man. Tragic. There was a moment of sad silence, and then she began to speak.
I see you finally arrived.
You know what's interesting, though, with his reaction here? It almost makes it seem like Junpei wasn't the one. Maybe Junpei isn't Kei's father and isn't the one that, like, arranged this. Maybe she's working with someone else, but Tenmyoji is still Junpei. He's just not necessarily, you know, the person that arranged this nonary game with her.
I've been waiting for you.
That's kind of the sense I'm getting from this current, how this scene has played out so far. So I guess we'll see what happens.
Well, I suppose that's slightly inaccurate. What you see now is a holographic message I recorded before you came here. Unfortunately, this means I will not be able to answer your questions, at least not directly. I hope you will understand.
That's kind of more sad though, right? Because then he really doesn't know like what's going on.
Now, where to begin?
Yeah, she looked kind of tired or something, man.
You probably have a great many questions.
She's seen some shit.
What day is it? Where are we? Who is Zero? And what does he have to do with Akane Kurashiki? But I imagine there is one question that rises above all the others. Why were we brought here? The answer to that is simple. Everything that has happened here is part of our plan. All of this was required for the success of the AB project. I assume you heard the name by now, at least. In any event, you were all needed in order to execute our plan. The nonary game was necessary for the same reason. Your question now, I imagine, is just what is this AB project? The answer to that is also simple. Allow me to explain.
Yes, please
We
do.
created the AB project for one purpose: to transport the consciousnesses of two people into the past. Those two people are you, Sigma, and you, Phi.
What do you mean, the past? The moment the words were out of my mouth, I realized no one there could answer the question. Not Phi, not Tenmyoji, and certainly not a pre-recorded hologram.
Have you figured out what this room is? I assume you saw the Q on the door. It stands for quantum.
Quantum?
That makes this the quantum room.
The quantum room! Not to be confused with the quantum moon. Took me a moment to realize she'd changed subjects without even pausing. There was nothing we could do, of course, but I still felt a twinge of frustration.
Take a look at the rear of the room. Do you see that large enclosure? That houses our quantum computer. The systems that control this entire facility run on that machine. That includes the construct you refer to as Zero Jr., as well as the golems. All of them do their thinking in that box. Isn't that strange, though? It seems contrary to how we perceive the world. The body, the thing that you see and interact with, is somewhere else. But the mind and all its thoughts are in this box. Perhaps it isn't so strange, though. Perhaps humans are the same, with our minds and thoughts existing separate from our bodies. Our core is in our head, of course. We all have individual brains, think individual thoughts, and act according to individual wills. That makes communication difficult, though. So, we're forced to rely on inefficient mediums, like language, photographs, nonverbal cues, etc., to transmit information. Each one of us is an individual, and we have no direct connection to anyone else. But is that really true?
No.
In the dimensions we are most familiar with, yes, it is. If we look at things from another higher dimension, however, we may all be connected after all.
Oh yeah, I know all about this, babe.
like the branches of a tree or a rhizome.
What?
Imagine a horizontal cross-section of the root system of a large tree. All you can see are the spots where the roots intersect the plane of your cross-section. In the 2 dimensions you see, the roots all appear to be individual things with no connection to one another, but this isn't the case. If you expand your
The
view,
rainbow root.
look at the root system in 3 dimensions instead of only 2. You see the truth. All the roots join together at the trunk. In 2 dimensions, they appear to be separate.
Well, you still see them all connected to the trunk, but okay.
If you look at the roots from a 3rd higher dimension, you see
But you still see it either way, but okay. Go on.
things that might appear to be separate from one another in 3 dimensions could be connected to one another.
Or does she mean how the roots are overlapping?
Dimensions. Doesn't that at least seem like it could be a possibility?
I don't know, Akane. I think I prefer Zero's version. The story of termites just hits harder than weird roots. Yeah, no, I feel ya, Neo. I feel ya. I'm like, okay, Queen, sure, whatever you say. Whatever you say, girl.
I believe that
Meow?
is how human
What's going on,
consciousness
baby?
actually works. Well, I'm not the only one, I suppose. Zero and I share that belief.
Morphogenetic field theory.
Oh, yeah. Temyoji mumbled something that sounded like nonsense. I opened my mouth to ask him what it meant, but Akane was already talking again.
Now, when I talk about a 4th dimension, I'm referring to the 4th dimension used in Minkowski space-time. Let's start with a single dimension, where all that exists is a point. Connect points to one another, and you have a line. In 1 dimension, the only surface you can create is that, a line. But move to 2 dimensions and create more lines, and you can create shapes. These are 2-dimensional surfaces. Move up to 3 dimensions, and you can connect these shapes to one another and form 3-dimensional objects. Now you have a 3-dimensional surface, which encompasses a volume of space. Connect 3-dimensional objects to one another, and you formed a 4-dimensional object, which encompasses a volume of both space and time. It is on that 4th-dimensional axis that our minds are connected. If that was true, then what would prevent anyone from sending their consciousness backward or forward in time? That theory is the foundation of the AB project. The A represents after, and the B represents
Before. I'm a genius.
It probably sounds silly to you. A ridiculous story made up by a mad old woman. But look at what's happened to you. You've seen many different worlds and timelines, haven't you, Sigma?
I
And what
have!
about you, Phi? I know you have too.
Morphogenetic sorrow, please.
Am I wrong?
Oh, goodness.
Tenryoji should know what I'm talking about as well.
He does, he does.
I believe you experienced
Yeah?
something very similar nearly half a century ago. You sent your consciousness to the past. to
Half a
help save
century.
a girl's life. It was a long time ago, but perhaps you still remember.
Oh, I think he still remembers for sure.
Yeah, of course I do. How can I forget? That little girl was you, Akane.
Meow? Miss Riz. Suddenly it felt like Phi and I were outsiders, trespassing on something we had no right to see. Temyoji's face was taut with emotion as he looked into Akane's eyes. It seemed almost like she was looking back at him.
Now, unfortunately, my time is up. The final stage of the project will begin very soon.
Exciting! Imagine getting here without having played the first game. You can get through like 75% fine with just the occasional reference, then they start grinding it into your face hard. No, for real, for real. Y'all, though, I'm feeling so fucking good. I'm feeling so fucking good. I was fucking right. I was fucking right. Never have I ever been so successful in a cracked theory before, okay? Never have I ever been so successful. Stop trying to gaslight me and literally... Are you looking at the screen? Like, come on now. Stop trying to gaslight me. I cannot believe that this stupid ass theory literally started from me looking at dead elderly Akane on the floor and saying, she kind of looks like Akane. That kind of looks like June. Like if she was older.
Depression.
No, for real. Hi, Ixodes. How's it going? Nah, I seriously can't believe. And I thought I was fucking crazy for thinking that. I was like, but it looks like her. But it does, though. But it does. And if that's her, and Temyoji reacted to it like that, and he kinda, sorta, a little bit looks like Junpei, there ain't no way, right? But look at me go. I fucking slayed that. I don't know if anything else of my theories are correct, but I'm so satisfied with myself for calling it so fucking early. I feel alive. You know, I'm gonna flex this for the rest of my fucking life. Unless they somehow manage to pull the rug out from under me, but I think not. But I'm gonna fucking flex this for the rest of my life, bro. I'm gonna flex it for the rest of my life.
I need to go prepare.
I am kind of feeling now, though, that Temyoji probably isn't like Zero or like the person that was working with Akane on this project, because the way this conversation has gone has kind of made it seem like he's, you know, still Junpei, but like kind of outside of the, you know, kind of outside of the project in terms of like actually arranging it and stuff. So I'm really curious to see who the other person is that she was working with that is apparently Kei's father. I'm very curious to see what happens with that. Don't nibble on my kitty ears. Don't do it. That person sounds like your gremlin. Who, Akane? Who? Did I VA this game? Well, gotta check the credits, I guess. My memory's shit, so I couldn't tell you. Nah, but when's gonna be my first voice acting role in a video game, huh, y'all? Y'all at me in a Twitter thread or something and be like, yeah, Minty should do this. Go watch her streams. Her voice is something. It is unique and recognizable. You want that in your game. If we ever get to him, oh, we've been there. We've been there 8 times now. Don't worry, we will be there again. Don't you even worry about it, baby girl. Don't you even worry about it.
The next time we meet, I can
Meow?
tell you the rest of the
Baby, do you want Lappy? Iris keeps like crying at me. Come here, baby. You want Lappy? Come here. Come here. Yeah. She's just sitting there looking like she wants to jump in my lap, but she won't. Iris, come here, honey. I'll give you scritches. I'll give you scritches if you come lay in my lap. Look at this nice Lappy. Right here, ready for you. Yeah, the Lappy is ready. Do you want me to get closer? Or are you just like not wanting to jump? Or no, you don't. Okay, girl, you're giving me mixed signals here. You keep crying like you want attention, but you don't want Lappy? Come here. Yeah, I can see you thinking about it. I can see the gears turning in your head. What's the hesitation for? What's the hesitation for? Well, she's gone. She doesn't want Lappy, I guess. She wants attention, not Lappy, I guess. Akane sounds like you as Gremlin? What? Nah, there ain't no way. There ain't no way.
The next time we meet, I can tell you the rest of the story.
There ain't no way. Don't do my girl Akane like that. Don't do my girl Akane like that. Oh my god. Maybe she's a shy Lappy enjoyer. I guess today she is. I don't know why. She was a very much a not shy Lappy enjoyer all weekend, but now, you know. Now she's not. We need, okay, excuse, now we need like a side by side. I need to like do an edit. we need a side by side. Tell me I'm not wrong. All right. Don't worry, I'll listen. But yeah, no, she said the next time we meet. Well, that's good. I hope we meet again, because I want to like sit down and talk to you, not your hologram.
So come and find me.
I will.
I'll be waiting.
Okay.
One last thing.
What's up?
The cat in the box.
The cat in the box.
Is it alive?
Is it alive? That doesn't sound like my gremlin. What are you talking about, bro?
Is it alive? Is it alive? Is it alive?
Bro, no, you're crazy. Is it alive?
Or is it dead?
I don't know.
Sigma, Phi. You will decide its fate.
Wait, who's the cat? Wait, hold on, Akane. Hold on a second. Who's the cat? Who's the cat? Are you the cat? Who's the cat? Are you like cheating death again? In a crazy fashion? Are we, Akane? Are we doing this again? Girl, not again. You gotta stop getting yourself in these situations, girl. You gotta stop getting yourself in these situations. Girl. Who has the cat? All right, chat. Am I alive or am I dead right now? You're perceiving me, so I'm alive, right? But I'm a beep boop, so am I dead? Can a beep boop really be alive?
Goodbye.
Wait.
I'm perceiving that you are. You bet your ass I am. In my final moments. Imagine if someone randomly found her ID card outside of when you did on Cork and put in her information on a whim. This conversation would be wild to anyone else. Wait, put Cork's end? But this is our first time getting to this room. What do you mean? Or, oh, wait, did we put a password in whenever we talked to, Zero? No, I don't know, whatever.
Akane, wait!
But yeah, nah. I imagine this conversation's probably quite confusing, for anyone who hasn't played the first game. Yes?
Oh, Tenmyoji.
I really want to know why his name is Tenmyoji. I'm trying to think of like what I want to know what the kanji is. Cause I'm sure the name has like a meaning to it, but without like seeing the kanji, I'm not sure. I mean, G could be like time. Something to do with time. But Yeah, I don't know. I want to look up I want to look up how they wrote, like what kanji they used for this name
I can almost
after we're
see
done.
You don't need to worry. Everything is going to be okay.
Aww.
I will see you again one day.
Aww.
I promise. But I'm
Sweet.
going to have to ask you to wait just a little longer.
Girl, his clock is ticking. You see him? You see the state he's
Wait.
in?
Akane!
He's getting old, girl. And then she was gone. Tenmyoji collapsed to his knees, his back hunched and shaking. I saw tears land on the white-knuckled fists he pressed against his thighs. Man, that's rough. It's rough, my guy. I kept quiet. What was there to say? Fi and I looked at one another and nodded silently. Sorry, my throat's scratchy. With a shaking hand, Tenmyoji pulled a photograph out of his pocket. It was a picture of a girl. After all that we'd been through, her smile was enough to break your heart. All right, well, the main part of my cracked theory has been confirmed. Love that for me. We made our way to the warehouse on floor A and met up with the others. Took only a few minutes to decide to head to the infirmary. As soon as we arrived, we began to treat Alice and Quark for Radical's oh yeah, we got the 2 antidotes. I gave Luna the Axe body spray that I'd found in the Q room. She quickly prepared it and injected Alice and Quark.
Thank goodness. It will take some time for them to recover completely, but they should be fine. Good.
Indeed.
Thank you, Luna.
You know what didn't occur to me until now? What if Clover isn't the real Clover and she's just a clone, and maybe that's why maybe that's why she's young? Her and Alice, maybe they're clones? I don't know why that didn't occur to me yet, because like I quite literally am a clone, unless I'm the original. I still haven't figured that out yet. But either way, I think I'm a clone. I think I might be a clone. My basis for that just being because Kay had the base memories or whatever, but whatever. Anyways, it just now occurred to me, maybe what if we're all clones?
And thanks for finding the medicine, you guys.
I don't know anymore. I don't know. No, I don't think we're all clones. But maybe me, Alice, and Clover are clones. Yeah, maybe.
Thank you so much.
You're the original, I'm the clone? Yeah, no, I think so. No, I think so. Don't sweat
No
it.
need to thank us.
Oh, maybe me, Clover, Fi, and Alice are clones. I don't know. Whatever. Tenmyoji said nothing, just walked over to Quark's unconscious body. He took the small boy's hand in his own and held it tight. I could see tears at the corners of his eyes as he turned away from us. Suddenly I remembered. Dio. Where had he gone? Didn't take me long to find him. He was sprawled, unconscious, on the floor beneath the sink. Handcuffs?
Oh, we found those in the crew quarters. Before you returned, we went to check on the bomb in room 2, and we found them there. Of course, the bomb was indeed turned off. Thank you again for dealing with them. You are, quite literally, lifesavers.
Don't I know it?
You have my eternal gratitude.
I coughed awkwardly and looked pointedly around the room. I glanced over at Fi to see she was doing the same thing. After that, we headed back to the Flore warehouse to play the AB game. Specifically, me, Vi, Kay, and Luna. Clover and Tenmyoji decided to remain in the infirmary, just in case something happened with Alice, Quark, or Dio. Luna would represent Clover's team. With Quark and Dio sleeping, Kay would represent their team by default, which left me, Vi, and Tenmyoji. You should vote.
No, I'll let you handle it. I chose Betray in the last round. You probably don't trust me right now.
What? That doesn't matter right now.
Excuse me. I apologize for interrupting, but I think you should be the one to vote in the next round, Vi.
Kay? I'm fucking chopped liver to Kay or something.
Why?
You already have 9 BP. There's no reason for you to choose Betray.
I swear to fucking God,
You
dude.
see?
He just wants to hit it. And you know what? You can't. She's mine. Fuck off. Hey, you're acting like I might actually try and betray her.
Not necessarily.
What does it matter what he's suggesting? We're almost there. We just have to play the AB game 3 more times. Then we can all get 9 points.
Woohoo!
That means each representative has to choose ally all 3 times.
Could have been there a lot faster if everyone had just cooperated, but whatever. I'm not salty. Not salty at all? Nope. Not salty at all? No, I'm not salty. What are you talking about? I'm not salty. Not salty at all?
Someone's salty!
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not salty.
Okay,
Not salty at all?
I'll vote. You sure you're alright with this, Sigma?
Yeah, I trust you. I handed her the star key.
Shall we open the doors?
I feel like we're all finally on the same page of like, yes, we all just want to get out of here. So hopefully people will stop being fucking stupid. Here's fucking hoping, my dudes. Sheesh.
Ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Oh, right. We have to wait for the deadline.
Oh. Well, we could vote earlier, but then each voter would be stuck inside the AB room for 45 minutes.
Okay, let's go back to the infirmary then.
I agree. Please, lead the way.
Luna and Kay set off toward the yellow door. I was about to follow when...
Hold on. I just remembered something.
What?
The AB room on the left, in one of the other histories, she...
Oh, yeah. You're right. Akane's body was in there. What does this mean? Why didn't we find her body this time?
Maybe because she wasn't murdered.
Oh. Gotcha. That makes more sense now. But how? When did history change?
Do you remember what Akane said?
The cat in the box. Is it alive? Or is it dead? Sigma? Phi? You will decide its fate.
Yeah, I guess it wasn't. It's been so long. Or has it been so long? When did we start the top of this one? Oh. I was so confused when I went to the other routes since I did this one first. I can't remember if I did part of this first or not, but either way. Yeah. I guess I just didn't think about the fact that we didn't find her body in this one. Once it's like in your brain, you know, it's so hard to like keep track of things because you're just like, oh. Yeah, I was so fucking confused about the bombs. I was like, what the fuck's going on? It's so fucking random. Oh, that makes sense.
Exactly.
I wonder what she meant about us deciding
Perhaps
its
she
fate.
was saying her own fate wasn't decided yet.
This girl is always getting herself in these kind of situations.
The
Huh?
history where she's alive and the history where she's murdered are both real right now.
What? No, that's impossible. I love how Sigma's implied to have some jumps the player didn't see. If you do the Cyan route first, Sigma has his no one's here surprise when opening the AB room. Oh, uh-huh. We opened the door to this AB room and there was nobody.
No, we haven't
Or
opened the
no
box.
body.
We haven't found a body, but we haven't found her alive yet either. In other words, we haven't actually observed her. The hologram was a recording from before this game started.
The next time we meet, I can tell you the rest of the story.
Well, we better not kill her because I want to know more.
So come and find me.
I wonder if that means that this route will branch out into two, one where she dies and one where she doesn't.
I'll be waiting.
Where was Akane now? Where was she waiting for us? Or what if she wasn't anywhere now? What if she was waiting for us in another timeline? Or what if she was waiting for us in the past? Is that even possible? If she was, what would that mean? I don't know, man. I don't fucking know. Beats me, bestie. Oh? Oh. Okay. Hold on. Oh. 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 Spicy. Ooh, wasn't expecting it there. Okay. Sure. Well, let's hop right in. Hop right in, we will. Ugh. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Damn it. Feels like my head's gonna explode. Wait. Where the hell am I? The intro movie looks like an elevator. We don't got no time.
No, this is one of the AB rooms.
Gah! Is that a dog? Yeah, you mean the one I play with my own intro music and it's so girly pop and then in the background people are just being murdered brutally? Who the hell are you? Oh, the actual, oh, god damn it, you're so right. Fuck. Oh, you're so right. Aw, hell. Well, too late now. I mean, I did already trigger it at the beginning of this stream, as one does. For old time's sake, you know? Totally not on accident. What the hell's an AB room?
Damn. I guess you did lose your memory after all.
Yeah. Memory? Memory. Don't worry, girl. It's coming back. Give me a second. It's all coming back to me now. I remember. You're Fi. She grinned. When is
Check
this?
your bracelet.
It's a red pear. The word memory was enough to trigger his morphogenetic wibblies. It's kind of funny. I love that you call it morphogenetic wibblies. Like, that is such a good, just like all-encompassing term for it. Like, I just love the wibblies. But yeah, I mean, really, at this point.
Mine's the same.
Does this mean this is the beginning of the game? We've gone back to when we first woke up in the AB room?
No, not quite. I think we woke up a little earlier this time.
How do you know?
Push the buttons on the side of your bracelet.
2 hours, 15 minutes.
We didn't wake up this long before the primary doors opened last time. I think we're about an hour early.
Slay. So this is probably right about the time that she's getting like murdered, right? Well, murdered. Wait a minute. If you're
Yeah.
right.
Akane might still be alive.
Oh, hell yeah.
We got back before Dio killed her. I think.
Then.
Right. We're here for one reason.
We gotta go! To stop her from getting killed.
Exactly.
Let's move. We need to get out of here, fast.
Don't need to tell me twice. Let's go.
Are they gonna make me do this room over again? Because it's been 10,000 years since I've done this fucking room. It has been quite literally 10,000 years. Aw, hell. Okay. Is it the same? The password for the... Oh. Yeah, sure. Makes sense. Yeah, my bad. Well, let me click into it. Jeez, let me get there. Gosh, she's so pushy. So pushy, I swear. Well, I guess I don't need to do the fancy one, huh? So moon, star, moon. Oh, wait, did I do... Oh, I think it was there, wasn't it? Oops, hold on. Hold on. Oh, yep, my bad. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. There, it's open. All right. What? Oh, yeah, sure, okay. Just go. That's fine, okay. Oh, it would be a massive amount of time to dedicate, but I've always kind of wanted to do a run where I get the gold file password, but don't put it in until now to see if there's special dialogue. Oh, that would be cool. That would be cool. All right, let's go. Run! For God's sake, just do it already. No need to yell. All right, good. Looks like it worked. Beep! Ready, Fi? What do you think? I know. Don't need to ask every time, right? Then why the hell are you asking? Hurry up and... Right. I'm going. 10, 9, 8, bro, 1, done. She's so fucking over our shit, dude. Hey, you pushed the button. Bite me. You were taking too long. We're on a schedule here. Ugh. You found it. Wow. BRB ribs. I hope you enjoy your ribs, bestie. Thank you for the lurky. Imagine if that like 20 seconds of Sigma fucking around was the deciding point and Akane got killed in that time. Oh, don't say that because that's probably what happened with my luck. Fi and I climbed up through the hatch and out onto the top of the AB room. Took us only a moment to spot them. Oh, he's sneaking up. Akane. Behind her was Dio. He was moving quickly and quietly, a knife glinting in his right hand. Shit, dogpile him! There was no time to yell to her. I scrambled down from the top of the AB room. Fi wasn't following me. When I looked back, she was still standing on the roof. Fi, what the hell are you doing? Get down here and... Before I could finish, she moved. She gonna jump. Yes, girl. She ran across the roof, launched herself into the air. Yes, queen. Get him. What the?
He's fine. Just unconscious.
What a slay. I bent down and held my fingers in front of his mouth. He was still breathing.
I don't think he saw me. He probably has no idea what happened to him.
Guy went down like a sack of potatoes.
He had it coming.
Yeah, no, he definitely did. I heard footsteps come to a stop right in front of us. Wow, I don't know why I struggled with that so much. I looked up. Akane! Hey, girl.
So you came.
I did, yeah.
I've been waiting
Or we did.
for
Sorry.
you. You're here to hear the rest, right?
Wait. Just wait a minute. What the hell is your deal? How can you be so calm? If we hadn't shown up just now, you'd...
have been stabbed in the heart by this young man and died. Yes.
Yeah.
Although, that reminds me, I haven't thanked you yet.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Go
Thank
ahead.
you very much.
You're so welcome.
I very much appreciate you saving me.
You are so freaking welcome. Yeah, no, for real. She's not even phased. That was... What?
Hold on. How do you know about being stabbed by Dio?
What do you... Yo, what do you
Are
mean?
you an
Alright.
Esper too?
I guess maybe we didn't, like, we don't remember everything.
Yes, indeed I am. I am able to jump through time, just like you.
Her outfit is so interesting. What the hell were you thinking? If you knew he was going to stab you, why were you going to let him do it?
Because I had to.
What?
Think back. Why are you here? If I hadn't been killed by Dio, no one else would have been murdered. Consequently, your own abilities would never have manifested. I did explain, didn't I? The purpose of the AB project was to send the two of you to the past. Or your minds, at least. In order for that to happen, some death was necessary. When a human brain is faced with danger, its processing speed increases. Information is processed more quickly, and time almost seems to slow. A few seconds can feel like an eternity. Unfortunately, that in itself isn't enough to send oneself through time. The amplitude of the consciousness is simply too small. In order to increase the amplitude, we need to slow down the brain before the increase happens. It's a little like a slingshot. You pull back on the rubber band and then let go. The potential energy you stored in the band is released and converted into kinetic energy. That's what fires the bullet out
Yeah,
of the
I was
slingshot.
drinking. I was drinking water.
Now, while a slingshot can only fire in one direction, your mind isn't similarly limited.
No, I wasn't looking, but I know it looks funky sometimes when I'm drinking or eating.
When the bullet of your consciousness is fired from the slingshot of your brain, it travels past the three-dimensional world and into the four-dimensional one.
Here, I'll do it again. I swished. Why do I look kind of cute? All right, I found my new favorite thing to do with my model. I gotta stop making myself laugh. I'm gonna spit my fucking water out. It's so fun though. Okay, hold on. I'm not absorbing. I need to reread this. The potential energy you stored in the band is released and converted into kinetic energy. That's what fires the bullet out of the slingshot. Now, while a slingshot can only fire in one direction, your mind isn't similarly limited. When your consciousness is fired from the slingshot of your brain, it travels past the three-dimensional world and into the four-dimensional one. Okay,
From
sure.
that perspective,
I think, yeah.
time is no longer fixed. In other words, you can travel to the future, the past, whenever you like. Your consciousness has been released from the three-dimensional cage. In order for that to happen, I had to infect you with Radical 6.
Whoa, what?
We're infected with Radical 6?
Yes. Don't you remember, Sigma? Luna should have told you about it in another timeline.
Are you sure? Infecting all of these people with such a horrible disease?
Every single one of you has been infected. Well, apart from Luna, of course. Unfortunately, it was necessary. We needed to slow your minds in order to store up your potential energy.
No, that's just rude.
Then we provided a dire situation that would accelerate your processing speed. The result is what you are now experiencing. Your consciousness now occupies four-dimensional space-time. Even that, however, wasn't enough. You had the ability to travel, but your memories could easily be lost during the trip. If the project was to succeed, you had to be able to retain everything you learned in each reality. That was the reason you were forced to jump so many times. With each jump, your ability to remember improved. Eventually, you would be able to retain everything. That is why we made you play the AB game. That was why you had to select different chromatic doors. By forcing specific choices, we could cause you to make more jumps.
Through all realities and all timelines, the one thing you retained was white panties. Hell fucking yeah, I did. Hell fucking yeah, I did. I'm a doctor? I keep forgetting that. It's a good thing I wrote that down. Now that I can't seem to remember. What the fuck? How am I a doctor? I need to know. Someone needs to explain that to me today. Luna did not just like casually throw that out there and not give me an explanation. Somebody's giving me an explanation on that today. I get it. I think I finally understand. Well, okay. There are a lot of things I don't understand, but all of what you've said what you've just told me makes sense. Bro, I keep forgetting that. I'm so confused. How the hell am I a doctor? I thought I was a clone. What do you mean I'm a doctor? What do you mean? You did all of this so that Fi and I could jump through four-dimensional space with our memories intact, right?
Yes.
But why did you need us to do that? People have died for this. I mean, let's count how many different ways people died. Murder, antimatter explosion, sewer slide. I've died. So has Fi. So have you. Quite literally everyone. So why would you do all this? What does it matter that Fi and I jumped through time?
Haven't I told you?
No!
Death was unavoidable. You were all
you did tell me that.
to die.
Well,
sacrifices had to be made for the sake of the project.
okay, but what is the project for? What's the big picture, babes? I already know all that. What I'm asking you is why? What is so goddamn important that it's worth all this?
Ah.
Yeah, pretty basic question. Jesus.
I'm sure you'll figure it out eventually.
Girl, you are not. Girl, I'm about to change the future or you're gonna die right here. You are gonna die right. I'm gonna go pick up that knife if you do not tell me right now. You are not doing this to me.
What? Just when is eventually?
In a future not very far from
Girl, I don't care. I'll be petty about it. Might be a ratings thing, but it's wild that despite Quark being the first to show symptoms of Radical 6 in all timelines, he's only ever confirmed dead in the timelines where the whole place explodes. You know, that's so true, huh? That's so true. Bullshit. That's not good enough. Why can't you tell us now? Instead of answering, Akane knelt down next to Dio and picked his knife up off the floor.
I'm going to keep this with me.
Okay. Don't change the subject.
But it's almost time.
No! What are you talking about? We've got plenty of time.
No. In a few moments, you'll return to the original timeline.
What?
This is the way it has to be. Don't fight it.
Okay.
Lagomorph.
Huh?
Yes.
Oh?
Lagomorph?
Ba-ba-ba-ba-da. 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 Well, guess we're going. Guess we're getting thrown back. Sheesh. Rude, but whatever. Dio has to be so confused in that timeline. Last thing he knows, he's sneaking up to kill some old woman. Then the next thing he knows, he wakes up in the AB room with a headache, still has a bracelet, and his knife is missing. Yeah, no, for real. He's gotta be like, what in the hell?
You call him Zero Jr. His official designation is Lagomorph.
Okay, Zero Jr. sounds a lot better, not gonna lie, but whatever.
Lagomorph, this is an order. Unlock my bracelet.
Compliance.
Compliance. Imagine Zero Jr.'s just like, no.
Now, everything is in place.
Is
I
it?
have put the bracelet onto Dio. All we have to do is place his body in the 5th AB room, the second one from the right.
That's the one Quark is in, right?
Correct. I will move him. I will also put your bodies back into the 3rd AB room. Once that's done, I will reset its puzzle to an unsolved
Why are you gonna
state.
talk about our bodies like that? Just escort us back, girl. Why do you need to do all
To
that?
recreate the history that you remember. Your consciousness is about to leave your body and return
No,
to
don't
the
kill
future.
me! I don't want to die!
Your body will be emptied, and your other consciousness will jump back in. If your bodies aren't back in the 3rd AB room by then, it would be bad.
So you're saying some version of us is going to wake up in that room and repeat the same history again? Well, I guess this could actually be our 2nd or 3rd time.
You are exactly correct. Lastly, I'm going to leave this with you.
She paused and pulled something out of her pocket. Ooh, a key! There was a small key attached to a string.
I'll tie it onto your ankle so that you won't lose it. All right, Sigma?
Okay. Thanks. What's it say on there?
Tu fui ego eris.
Tu fui ego eris.
It's Latin. It means, what you are, I was.
Okay.
What I am, you will be.
Okay.
Yes.
What am I supposed to do with
It
it?
will help you meet someone who's very important.
Okay. What?
Go. Return to the future. You won't be alone.
Okay.
I will be at your side, watching over you.
All right, cool.
Now hurry.
Okay. All right. Wait, I still... Oh, there we go. And we're gone. A new destination. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, this is so exciting, besties. What we got here? Oh, okay. Continuing from there now. So what does it look like here? Oh, so it still shows it. Oh, yeah, okay. Shows it like this, huh? Interesting. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Let's continue.
Oh, looks like you're awake.
Is this the infirmary?
Why are we here?
Do you know what happened at the AB gate?
Kay and I went back to the infirmary, but
We waited and waited, and the two of you never returned.
So we went to the warehouse to check on you.
We found you passed out in front of the AB rooms.
Kay and I hurried back here with you.
I looked over at Phi and met her eyes. Do you remember what happened just now?
You mean what happened a long time ago?
Yeah. You got him pretty good, huh?
Yeah, I remember all right.
Someone has to have done an edit of the commonly memed Skyrim opening with Temyoji's "Looks like you're awake," right? Oh, I don't know that I've seen that, but now I want to.
Hey, what are you guys talking about?
Quark!
What am I? Chopped liver?
Hey, that's what I said earlier about Kay.
Back among the conscious and not psychotic, huh?
Yeah, thanks. Grandpa told me what you did. Thanks for finding the medicine for us.
No problem. All in a day's work. Although, I wouldn't mind a little swimsuit action. Don't say that in front of the
You're grabbing
child.
at straws here, aren't you?
Yeah, apparently. Hey, I wasn't talking to Quark. I'd hope not, Sigma. I'd really hope not. That was an offer for Alice.
Not really my point.
Yeah, no.
Oh, whatever. Forget about that.
Literally, no one. Yeah, you really incriminated yourself there, my guy. I've never wanted to be you less than right now.
Now that you guys are awake, all we gotta do is open the number 9 door.
What are you talking about?
Look at your bracelet.
Slay! It says 10. I have 10 BP.
I've got 15 BP? That means I got 6 more points while I was out.
But how?
You've been asleep for more than 2 hours.
Oh,
We've
damn.
played the AB game 3 times.
3 times?
Yes. Of course, the color and group assignments were shuffled around each time. But no matter who voted, everyone chose Ally.
Thank God, finally some sense.
And now all of us have enough
Swear to
leave.
God with these people. Will Luna actually get to leave though? I hope so. I was stunned. How had everyone cooperated long enough to raise all of our BP past 9? Was it because Akane hadn't been killed? Without a death to start things off, maybe we'd been less suspicious of one another. Or could the bombs have had something to do with it? We'd all joined forces against Dio, and Phi and I had been able to disarm all of them. You better not have Az, don't you dare. All of us had banded together against a common enemy and overcome a tremendous threat. Perhaps that had strengthened our bond. They probably just wouldn't open the AV gate to start the countdown and Lagomorph for whatever the fuck, Zero Jr. would probably put his bunny foot on the scale to weight the randomization. But imagine if the combo Sigma plus 5 plus Dio came up and triggered the every bunny gets penalized clause. Oh my God, can you fucking imagine, dude? Which I had to admit would be somewhat ironic. After all, Dio had planted the bombs that forced us all to work together against him. This must have been what Akane was talking about.
Haven't I told you? Death was unavoidable. Sacrifices had to be made for the sake of the project.
Come on, let's go! Let's open the door and get out of here!
Wait. What about him? After some discussion, we decided to leave Dio behind. Alice was the only holdout. She'd complained about wanting to take him back to her superiors, but after I mentioned they'd come back to investigate after we escaped and deal with Dio then, she reluctantly complied. That's fucking hilarious and feels so good, my guys.
Let's get going.
Oh, that's great. I love that. Yes. My dreams are coming true, y'all. Dreams do come true. Has anyone got Kay's fucking keys so he can get out of his goddamn suit? Everybody ready? I'm gonna open it.
Yes, just get on with it.
Everyone else swallowed and nodded. I grabbed the lever and pulled it down.
The number 9, it will remain open.
Yeah. All right, everybody, let's move. I didn't need to tell them twice. The room inside was clearly a loading elevator. It looked sort of like a large plate on top of a huge pedestal. We ran to the center of the plate and turned around. The number 9 door stood wide open.
2, 1, 0. The number 9.
There it goes.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the nonary game. Thank you. As the game is over.
Looks like we did it.
Yes, we should keep moving.
Beyond the door was a wide hallway that ended in a very solid wall. To the left, we found a very familiar-looking door. We pushed it open and went in. Wouldn't have made any difference, but imagine if any time Dio came up as a solo, the pair betrayed him and as just an extra last fuck you. Yes. Man, I wish. The pressure exchange chamber.
You know what this place is?
Yeah, sort of. This whole facility is pressurized, apparently. I think the idea is to keep the air outside, and consequently the virus, from getting inside. That means that if we want to go out, we have to decompress so we match the outside air pressure. This room here is where you prepare for going into the actual pressure exchange room. You see all those suits along the wall? I figure we need to put these on and head to the decompression room downstairs.
Whoa! Hold on a minute. You're saying the air outside is full of that horrible virus?
Well, we'll be okay in the suits. Just chill. Yeah, that's what it seems like. Of course, according to Akane, we were all already infected with Radical 6, so the whole room seemed a little pointless.
Why? How did all this happen?
Did they?
No, that's not possible.
We've come this far. We can't turn back now. Let's go outside.
How's he gonna get a thing?
There's no way to know what's really going on until we do.
All right.
No one else objected. We all donned the protective suits and headed downstairs to the decompression room. As soon as we were all inside, the process began. Through my helmet, I could hear the soft hiss of air being sucked out of the room. We stood there for several minutes, waiting for the process to finish. At last it did, and we heard the door begin to open. Beyond it was another decompression chamber. We repeated the process 2 more times before we reached the final door and opened it. All right. The suits look like they might stretch over the armor. Yeah, maybe, I guess. Bigger question is Quark. I thought we found a child-sized one, but it was, yeah, like way, oh yeah, it was still way too small for him, wasn't it? I guess he is. Yeah, I guess he's just hobbling around in a giant suit. Poor kid. The dead, bleak landscape wasn't a surprise for me. I'd seen it before in another timeline. The others hadn't, however, and although I couldn't see their faces through the visors of their helmets, I heard more than a few gasps over the radio. For a few long moments, we just stood there, astonished.
Where the hell are we?
Not the Quantum Moon, I'll tell you that, Az.
The desert, I guess?
I figured that out. I mean, which one?
I don't know, but I think I know what day it is. Look at the moon. It's red, right? That means today's the total lunar eclipse.
So?
Remember the astronomy magazine in the lounge? Well, the next eclipse like this was gonna be on December 31st, 2028. So...
Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. Are you suggesting we were sleeping for a week after we were abducted?
I think so.
God, the music's freaking creepy. Wherever we were must have been far away from any city. The air was clearer than I'd ever seen it. And the stars, the sky was full of them. More stars than I'd ever seen in my life. I could even spot the hazy arm of the Milky Way. The most striking feature was the moon. It was blood red and massive. Much bigger, in fact, than I remembered it being. Seeing them do some of their default gestures in the insets while they speak in the suits is hilarious. Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that with like the hand and stuff. I remember it being. Then as I watched, a black spot began to move across its surface. It was hard to see details, but it looked circular. The spot continued to move across the moon, heading for the right edge. What's that?
Well, the moon's shadow, actually.
Moon's shadow? I frowned. That didn't make any sense.
Zero told me to stay quiet. I think he was worried I'd spill the beans on his operation. He said if I didn't toe the line, he wouldn't just kill me. He'd kill Quark, too. And I agreed, like an idiot, and brought Quark with me. Just so I could see her. Such an idiot. So, that being the case, might as well start with this. I meant what I said before.
All right, it's story time. I'm getting my fudge stripes out to snack while he tells us the tea.
That up there is the moon's shadow.
Get your fudge stripes, besties. Oh, I'm ready. Yeah, I know, right? It feels like a right moment for the fudge stripes. What the hell are you saying?
Think about it. If that's the moon's shadow, then what's it falling on?
Nah, for real.
That's Earth.
Yeah. It's not the red you get from a lunar eclipse. Then again, this isn't a lunar eclipse. It's a solar eclipse. Anybody in the black spot down there is looking up at the moon covering the sun.
What? No way. That's the Earth. Then where the hell are we? Are we on Mars right now?
The moon, of course. This is the lunar surface.
Oh. Okay. Less fun, but sure. All right.
We were just inside a moon base. No way.
Wait, how are we not like floating though?
No, you've got to be lying. How do you expect us to believe that? This can't be the moon.
Yeah. That's pretty ridiculous. Besides, if this was the moon, how do you explain the gravity?
No, that's what I'm saying.
The moon only has 1/6 of the Earth's gravity. So what's this?
She picked up a rock and dropped it.
See?
1/6, you said? Huh? Am I forgetting something? Yeah, most certainly, probably, yeah.
That looked perfectly normal.
Yes, it looked that way.
Is it because we're seeing shit in like slow-mo, fast mode, whatever? Fast mode?
You were right about the gravity in a way. I was one of the people who knew this wasn't Earth. Well, I suppose I'm not people, if we're being honest, but
Excuse me? What?
please just listen.
What are we all talking to each other? Sounded like freaking Animal Crossing villagers. Like if some non-radical 6 infected ass bitch walked up to us, they'd just be like, what the fuck is they saying?
Alice, you were infected with Radical 6. Then we gave you the Excelavir, which cured you. The Radical 6 isn't completely gone, though. Some of its symptoms stick around for a while.
Oh, I was gonna say, if it's not completely gone, then she's not cured, but I see what you're saying. Never mind. You might not be human, but you're definitely a person, one of the best people among them. Exactly. Exactly.
What symptoms?
Well, Radical 6 can slow down your brain's processing speed by the root of 1/6. It can take a while for your brain to get back up to speed. Every one of us has been infected. In other words, all of our brains have been processing information at a much lower speed.
Ain't nothing new to me.
If you evaluated the root of 1/6, you'll get a number close to 0.408. That means our brains are running at something slightly less than half speed.
Like I said, ain't new to me.
As you said before, the moon's gravity is about 1/6 that of Earth's. The time that it takes for an object to fall is inversely proportional to the square root of the gravitational acceleration.
Girl, you're saying a lot of words.
Since the gravity is lower on the moon, that means the time increases. I guess that's a little technical. Let me give you an example. Say you drop
Iris?
an apple from a height of 4.9 meters.
I think Iris just bonked her head.
It will take approximately 1 second to hit the ground. On the moon, however, that time would be 1 second times root 6, which would be approximately 2.45 seconds.
That's a lot of math, girl.
I used 4.9 meters because it matches up with the acceleration of gravity nicely, but it could be anything.
Girl.
The gravity constant is, well, a constant. You could drop something from 10 centimeters or 10 meters and it would be the same. Does that make sense? So, we established that on the moon, things fall root 6 times slower than they do on Earth.
All the words you are saying right now, Luna, are just sliding right clean off my smooth brain. Like clean off. Just shing. You know, like I did not absorb a single bit of that. But you know what? I love you and I trust you, so sure, yeah. No, for sure. Yeah. Agreed. For sure, for sure.
That being the case, what would happen if someone's brain slowed down by root 1/6? To them, 2.45 seconds would feel like 1 second. 4.9 seconds would feel like 2.
Wonder if the core actually slows Luna's output or if she just intentionally speaking very slowly like everyone's an idiot. She said, to them, 2.45 seconds would feel like 1 second. And you know what, Luna? It doesn't matter how slow you say it, it's still sliding right off my brain. Like, oh God, Juan, don't do that. Stop it. I'm already confused enough as it is. This playthrough is the root 6, the speed. No.
That's what's been happening to every one of us.
Okay.
Wait, you're saying that's the reason we didn't notice the weaker gravity? Are you sure you didn't notice anything? Think back. Huh? You and Sigmund Phi said something about it in the lounge. About how you felt weird.
It's kind of like my body isn't really mine. I'm sort of floating. Like that.
I mean, a little bit of a stretch, but okay. seemed insane, but what Luna said made sense. In fact, it explained Phi's apparently superhuman strength as well. Oh, is that why she can jump so goddamn high? She going wee. Damn, why can't I jump that high then? Is it just because I didn't try? Could I have done it if I tried?
Wait, this is crazy.
She's me for real, that reaction. That's me.
That can't possibly be Earth out there.
Yeah, why is it red?
Look at it. I've seen photos of Earth and it's blue and green and beautiful.
It's became the fucking iron lung planet.
That thing is just red.
Yeah.
Before we get into that, I should probably tell you
Oh
something.
god. I get that Luna has to pretend to be a normal participant, but the fact that she straight up gaslit them and said maybe the floaty body and stuff was a side effect of the anesthesia. You're right, it can't be Earth because it's round. The Earth I know is flat. Yeah, right?
This isn't New Year's Eve in 2028.
Yeah, I figured not.
Today is January 27th.
In 29?
No,
Don't tell me. 30?
still no.
Yeah, no.
Just what year is this?
Or like 50 years in the future or some shit.
2074.
Yeah. Hey, so I was right about that too. I didn't guess like an actual year, but that it correlated with like Temyoji's age being what it is now. No, that's insane. That would mean we were abducted more than 45 years ago.
Don't blame me if you don't believe me, but it's the truth.
Okay, hold up now. Let's think about this actually. Let's think about this for a second. So, other than me, Phi, Clover, and Alice, we have Temyoji, Dio, Quark, Kay, and myself, right? So Temyoji, Quark, Dio, and Kay. Temyoji and Quark we can assume are from this actual, like their age right now is accurate to the current year that it is. Kay, I'm not as sure. I guess Kay and me could also be accurate to the time that it is now, since I or Kay are a clone. And Dio maybe also could. I mean, I don't know if we ever heard Dio say like, oh, the year should be like 2027 or whatever. So that one I'm not as sure about, if we talk to him about that. But in that case, then it could make sense for, like I said earlier, what if me, Alice, Clover, and Phi were in the like little chamber things and like preserved basically until, you know, now. That would make sense, right? Because the other characters could line up too.
How can you be sure?
It's not that hard. Quark and I left Earth on January 23rd, 2074. Solar eclipses are easy to predict. We've known that there'd be one on the 27th for a long time. That's just science. Nobody can change that.
Dio does at one point say he was abducted around when Sigma was, but since he wasn't abducted, period, that's obviously a lie. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. See, I didn't remember him like mentioning it, but like you said, he wasn't abducted anyway, so sure. We've just never heard him comment on like the year that's shown on that paper, but I'm pretty sure we were in the lounge with him when we were looking at it before though, at some point when we like went in there later. But I'm going to assume that Dio is like his age and stuff, his current self is accurate to the year, the actual year that it is. Same with Quark, Temyoji, and well, actually, I guess not me, huh? So maybe the only people that were in the chambers were Alice, Clover, and Maybe Fi? Maybe just Alice and Clover? I'm still kind of confused. Because if I was, then that would mean Kay has to be from the past too, because one of us is a clone of the other. I don't, let's see what happens.
But why is the Earth red?
That's a long story. About 45 years ago, on April 13th, 2029, there were 18 annihilation reactors operating in various parts of the world.
That don't sound good.
13th, all 18 of them went up, all at the same time. The explosion was about 180,000 times as powerful as the atom bomb they dropped on Hiroshima.
What? Why?
I suppose it started a few months before that. The government had a test site for a future Mars mission out in the middle of Nevada. On December 31st, 2028, there was an accident. Well, accident doesn't quite convey the right sense of the thing.
Where will we get coffee now? Oh no!
The point is, Radical 6 claimed its first victims there, then escaped. Didn't take long for it to spread to the rest of the world. Like Luna explained, the virus slows your brain down, but eventually, it also makes you kill yourself. Pretty soon, the bodies started to pile up. Some people would take a dive off a building or shoot themselves in the head. You know, the classics.
The classics? Tenmyoji, why would you say that?
Poison or fire, asphyxiation, or the noose.
My god!
Plenty of people jumped in front of trains or cars.
Okay, we get it.
On a passenger airline drove his plane into the ground. Most forms of transportation ground to a halt pretty fast. That meant food couldn't get distributed, and thousands of people who weren't even infected died from starvation. Everywhere you went, there were just piles of corpses, covered in flies and rats and crows. I don't know what hell's like, but I imagine it's a lot like that. After a while, people who managed to avoid getting infected started trying to get in touch with one another. They got a hold of some radios and organized a couple meetings. There was only one thing to discuss, of course. How could they get rid of Radical 6? The answer, they decided, was purification. They figured they could just roast the surface of the Earth and that'd kill the virus off for good. On April 13th in 2029, they put their plan into effect. That plan was to detonate all 18 annihilation reactors.
Whoa.
Now the truth is,
Hi,
that's mostly
Iris.
just rumor. Nobody really knows what happened, but I've got my own theories. I think that the bombers had already been infected, and when they died, they took billions with them.
Hi, Cinder. Thanks, bestie. Thank you so much for the lurk as well. Hope you're having a good one.
The ultimate if I die, you're coming with me gesture, I suppose. I bet you money they all lost it long before they got to the reactors. Killing most of the world, no matter how bad things had gotten, was not a sane plan, even if it wasn't directly responsible. Radical 6 killed most of the people on Earth. Anyway, why it happened isn't that important. Point is, it happened. You ever heard of nuclear winter? Well, that's basically what we got. The explosion threw a ton of crap up into the stratosphere, where it joined up and blotted out the sun for 7 years. Plants withered and animals died by the millions. The few humans who were left banded together to survive. They were rough times. Eventually, they were over, though. The sky cleared and the sun came back. Plants started blooming again, and the animals that hadn't died out completely began to reappear. Things weren't quite back to normal, though. It's been 45 years now, but there's still quite a bit of dust and ash in the air. That's what you're seeing. You know why a sunset's red? Well, this is the same thing. Blue and green light have short wavelengths, and they scatter when they run into debris in the air. Red light, on the other hand, has a longer wavelength, which means it'll get a lot farther when the air's dirty. So there you are. The Earth looks red because that's the only color of light that can make it through the atmosphere.
I was speechless. What could I possibly say? There was no reason for Tenmyoji to lie to us. So we were standing on the moon. looking at the Earth. It was 2074. But why? Why were we there? Why were we then? Oh my god. Iris, you look so crazy, hun. I was so lost in thought I barely noticed Phi's approach.
Hey, Sigma. I think I figured something out.
What's up, girl? A window popped up on the inside of my helmet with Whisper in the corner. She seemed to be using a circuit only we could hear. What is it? Or what is it?
Figured out why there's an extra E.
Oh, Slay? An extra E? Oh, you mean the graffiti?
Yeah, the one on floor B. I think it's an anagram, just like on floor A.
Yeah, that makes sense. What's Anna say this time?
Damn it, Sigma. Knock it off. Memento mori if the ninth lion ate the sun. If you rearrange the letters, you get the man on the moon rules the infinite time.
All right.
See? You need 6 E's to get that. So they stuck an extra one in ninth.
Well, that's kind of cheating, isn't it? The man on the moon rules the infinite time.
I think it's a message for us from Zero Senior and Akane. Remember what she was telling us?
We created the AB project for one purpose: to transport the consciousnesses of 2 people into the past. Those 2 people are you, Sigma, and you, Phi.
So, what are you getting at?
My god, you're slow. You don't get it? They're saying we rule the infinite time. Infinite time. They weren't just talking about having us jump a couple hours. I think they're planning to send us back. Way back.
Yeah, that makes sense. Wait a minute. Are you saying you think they're going to send us back 45 years?
Yeah. I'd bet on it.
So the ultimate purpose of the AB project is to send us back in time to that catastrophe Tenmyoji was talking about?
I think so.
Doesn't make sense, though. I mean, we came from that same time period. Before it, actually. So why bring us here and then send us back?
Well, Akane should be able to tell us the rest. Let's go pay her a visit.
Do you know where she is?
I've got an idea. Come on, think. Remember what she said when she gave you the key?
Tu fui ego eris.
To fui ego eris. Oh! I totally forgot there was that thing with the words on it and the keyhole! The grave. The one in the garden. Wait, are we gonna be able to go back in, though? Or are we gonna
Come on,
pop?
what are you waiting for?
We're gonna pop, huh? Okay.
Let's go.
Let's go. Sure. Oh, never mind. We're for real going back down. Oh, okay.
What are you doing?
Wonder how Snake fared in that apocalypse. I know, I was thinking about that earlier, what everybody else was doing. Like, did they make it? Probably not, right? Imagine if he's just fine and started a harp cult or something. Bet he'd be surprised to suddenly get a ping from Clover once she's out of range of others eating her eating her powers. But yeah, no, he's probably chilling. That's how I'm gonna cope with it. I'm gonna cope with it by saying he's fine.
Did you forget something?
He's just really old now, but he's fine. We're going to go have a talk with somebody.
Who?
You really need me to spell it out? The person behind all
You mean
this.
Akane? I'll
What?
take that as a yes. Let me accompany you then.
Wait, why do you know about Akane?
No, please do, bestie, because I want to know more about what goes on with you.
I'll tell you when we get there. Now, if you please. I'm coming with you. You folks just said the magic word.
Thing Clover mentioned about stronger espers stealing the resonance to make themselves strong. Oh, wait, yeah, I remember that actually now that you mentioned that. Oh, okay, gotcha.
So am I.
Everybody wants to come along. Dragons and Dungeons got canceled. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that, Cinder. But that does mean I won't be lurking. Well, welcome in, bestie. Welcome in. Shit is getting crazy. Thank you for the hydrate and the stretchy.
Hey, is this Akane you're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know her real well.
Wait, you're serious? What the hell is going on?
Shut up! Everybody, I just want to go talk to her, okay? Everybody be quiet. I got a Sonic Nerf gun at the gas station today for $8. Ayo, slay. But not literally. Just shut up. Come if you want to. We don't need to do a roll call. Once we get there, Akane can explain everything. With that, we headed back through the airlock. Is the number 9 door gonna reopen for us? Man, we're gonna have to go through all that recompressing and everything. Sheesh. Should have thought of this from the get-go. Come on now, Fi. You late. I know your brain's moving slow, but damn. So I guess we can just mosey it right on back in. I don't get that though, because then does that mean that Dio could still leave even though that's not supposed to be how that works? I'm so confused, but it's fine. I don't think about it too much.
The number 9 door on floor A is shut forever once the game ends.
Oh, they're addressing it.
Assuming Zero Jr. was telling the truth, of course. But the door on floor B...
Yeah. Thought we might be able to take the lift to it. And it looks like I was right.
Okay, interesting. We had a 5-hour car ride today for work, and you'd best believe my crew saw me walking out with a McDonald's Sunday Nerf blaster and the world's biggest grin. Hell yeah, that sounds like a fucking vibe, Cinder.
Any idea where Akane might be?
Oh, I do think so. Yeah, the grave.
You mean the grave in the garden?
Not like that. Not like that, bestie. Don't worry. Yeah, don't worry. I don't think she's buried there or anything. Chances are she's still alive. Just in the grave. Anyway, let's move. To the garden. Yeah, I think I know what door they're talking about. I still think that's interesting, but you know. All good. All good. No one else apparently ever thought to try it, or the game just cut off the ending before they could. But that totally means all those times anyone escaped, they could have just gone down a level and let everyone out. I know, that's what I'm saying, right? That don't make no sense.
Is Akane really under here?
Maybe. She's just chilling. I think so.
What should we do? Are we gonna dig her out?
No, I don't think we'll have to do anything like that. You see the keyhole on the grave? If I just... Listen, besties, I crave the grave. I would like to be in there. Insert this here. I pulled the key off my ankle and fitted it into the hole. I twisted it to the right until I heard something unlock. With a quiet grinding, the grave began to shift. Gonna give like stairs. Oh, she's in a pod.
What is this?
Gotcha.
It doesn't look like a coffin.
Yeah, it's a treatment pod.
Oh my god. It is, isn't it?
What a random place to put a treatment pod, but okay. The glass on the cover had frosted over, making it opaque. We couldn't see who or what was in it.
Let's see what's inside.
She grabbed a hold of the lever on the side of the pod.
No good. I think it's locked.
What? Hello?
Treatment pod TP00. Stage 1. Defrosting
She just needs a second. that was unintentional. Oh hell.
Stage 2 will be complete in 10 minutes. Once stage 2 is complete, the lock will automatically disengage.
Right. Cold sleep.
What?
In the Zero pod, of course. Those pods can put people into cold sleep. It uses something called CAS to freeze human bodies without destroying their cells. Just like me, and Fi, and Clover, and Alice did. I was right about that too.
So,
although I
Music
don't know that I
Might
said
like an
me and
ice cube?
Fi, but definitely Alice and Clover. Maybe myself, but I think maybe I thought Kay was the other one? Maybe Kay is the clone. Maybe Kay's the clone after all. I don't know.
Then we
I think
gotta
so.
wait till she melts?
Yeah.
So how about you tell us your story while we wait, Kay? Specifically, why do you know Akane?
Yeah, I want to hear this. Just like the laws of robotics and the bombs, there's pods 1, 2, and 3, but there's one more. Pod number 0.
I remembered
What do you remember?
everything. I was born and raised in this facility. It's called Rhizome 9.
Wait, you know what? That might make sense then why Kay said that he was like born and raised here. Maybe he is the clone.
A rhizome is an underground plant stem that spreads by sending out roots. Kind of makes sense, doesn't it? This facility is a little like a rhizome.
I don't think so.
Supposedly, that's why they call these installations that. The number comes from the facility's number. There are 54 rhizomes on the moon, and this is the 9th one. Well, I suppose the other ones don't really matter to you, do they? In any event, I grew up here with Akane and Zero Senior.
You have, but you likely wouldn't remember. Yeah, I definitely don't remember
I
then.
watched them create the AB project.
The AB project?
Yes. Its purpose is to send Phi and Sigma, or their consciousnesses at least.
Because
to the
of
past.
course. Back 45 years,
Yes.
right?
So you want us to change history, huh? Go back and keep Radical 6 from getting out, and stop the reactors from exploding. That's our mission?
Well, not exactly.
What do you mean?
It's true that the ultimate goal of the project is to keep Radical 6 from spreading to the general population. But even if you do make it back, you won't be able to do much. By now, it's already too late.
Too late?
What do you
Let
mean?
me begin at the beginning.
That would be a good place to start.
You might be thinking that Zero Senior and Akane were the ones who created all this, but that's not entirely correct. They only followed the histories they'd already seen. It was the only choice they had. Nothing less than the future of mankind is at stake. We need the two of you to jump through timelines while maintaining your memories. That is why you had to play the AB game, and why the chromatic doors were necessary.
Girl, what are you doing? Miss Ma'am? Are you being silly crazy? Iris. Hey. Yeah, come here. Stop being silly crazy. Yeah, you're being silly crazy, girl. Come here. Come here, stink pot.
By forcing multiple options, you could make numerous jumps. We speculated that jumping more would strengthen your memories.
Iris? I'm gonna close that door. Iris? Hold on. She's being naughty. Hey. I see you. You're not very snaky. No, you're not very snaky. Climbing up my shower curtain again? Now, close that door. Yeah, don't give me those airplane ears. Freaking climbing my freaking shower curtain. Very rude. Not very demure of you, Iris. Not very mindful, not very cutesy, not very demure. Okay, we're back. She looks very perturbed that I closed the bathroom door on her. She's like, what the fuck, bitch? I assure you, not demure at all. Now she's trying to open the door. She's pawing at it. Iris, come here. Come here. My gosh, why do you want to climb the shower curtain so bad? Girl, you crazy. You crazy. No, no, shut up, ass. Shut up. Don't encourage her. All right, we speculated that jumping more would strengthen your memories.
The puzzles were also there for a purpose. Some theories hold that a moment of insight when you solve a puzzle strengthens your connection to the fourth dimension. That was the reason for the puzzles. Your infection with Radical 6 was also a vital part of our plan. By slowing down your brain's processing speed, we can store your potential. With that energy stored up, we just had to provide a life or death situation to launch your consciousness into the fourth dimension. Like a bullet from a slingshot.
They call it a bullet, though, but okay.
Wait. Hold on just a minute here. You keep talking about Sigma and Phi, but what about the rest of us? Why did you bring us here?
That's simple. In earlier histories, you were all here in Rhizome 9. We needed you here to accurately replicate those histories. Although I suppose that's probably not a good enough explanation for you. In a sense, though, it is the truth. Our
Is it
primary
really?
goal was to replicate history.
Oh, I
rest
didn't know
is-
that, Neo.
Yes.
Huh. The more
I
you know.
suppose I should explain.
Yeah, that'd be
Very
good.
well. I will try and do so in a way you can understand. First, Alice and Clover.
He said, you're a dumb-ass bitch, so I'm gonna try to dumb it down for you.
They were abducted 45 years and 1 month ago, on December 22nd, 2028.
Oh, I'm so fucking smart, you guys. I'm so fucking smart.
The location is Earth, of course. More specifically, Los Angeles, California. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
After being kidnapped, your bodies were sent to a facility under Akane's direction. You were placed in treatment pods and immediately put into cold sleep. 4 months later, you arrived at this facility. The date you finally arrived was April 14th, 2029.
Anytime Alive comes on my screen, my brain goes brrr.
Your trip from Earth to this facility was aboard a spaceship powered by an annihilation engine. Following your arrival, your pods were placed in long-term storage. Does that make sense?
I'm so fucking smart.
Are you telling me we were sleeping in those pods here for 45 years?
Hell yeah, you fucking were. Bestie, I've never... Listen, out of all the games I've ever played, okay? Out of all the games I've ever played, out of all the movies I've watched, books I've read, I've never had so many theories that ended up being correct. I fucking slayed this shit. I'm so proud of myself. Oh, Alice. Oh, well, slayed. That too. That too. Got it. So that is 2 of the pods, as you said, and the third is, yeah, see, that's my question. I mean, I feel like it has to be me and Phi have to be the other ones, right? Because it's like they preserved us in our state. We know that we're originally from that time. It's been said. So did they just like, you know, grab us and like, all right, let's put them aside. We'll get everything together, get everything arranged, and then we'll do the thing. But I'm not for sure. I'm not totally for sure about it. I was always pretty confident about Alice and Clover ever since we really committed to the theory that Tenmyoji is Junpei, you know? Because that would only like make sense for them to still be young. So I had a lot more of like a basis for it, you know? With the others, not as much, you know? Meow? But if there's only 4, and in the like universe or whatever, the route where or well, but okay, you know what? Let's just keep going.
Yes, in preparation for this day.
But why? What do you need us for?
You are an Esper, aren't you, Clover? I mean that you are able to access the fourth dimension. Am I wrong?
Did Akane tell you?
In a manner of speaking, as I've already explained, the purpose of this project is to send Sigma and Phi's consciousnesses to the past. Espers are able to sort of resonate with one another, which can amplify their power.
You know, I guess that would also make sense that once she woke up here, she wasn't able to contact Snake. Which I don't think I thought about that part exactly until now. Maybe I did, but I don't think so. And we attributed it to like the facility or something like that, I think. Or the fact that there could be another stronger Esper here that could be like interfering. But it's likely just because we're fucking years and years and years into the future, right? Pure fan service? No, for real. No, for real.
You understand?
It literally is, yeah.
This is why we brought you here, Clover.
See, she's got this fucking jacket, but there's literally no reason for her to be wearing this jacket whatsoever. None whatsoever. There is quite literally no point to this jacket at all. Unless half of her arms are cold. During her ending, she brings it up that she's been trying to call him, but there might be a stronger one stealing her powers. Yeah, I remember that, yeah. Yeah, I remember that, and I was just kind of like, oh yeah, sure, at the time that makes sense. But if they're truly, you know, I mean, like, it's possible that Snake is still alive at this point, I guess, but whether it just be because she's like too fucking far because she's on the goddamn moon, or because maybe it could even have to do with like psychologically, maybe Snake, if Snake is alive right now, maybe Snake like believes that Clover is dead, and maybe like psychologically like believing that, you know, could like maybe mess with the connection or something. I don't know, but I definitely think that probably has something to do with it, rather than it just being that she's being like canceled out by a stronger Esper or something, you know what I mean? At least at this current time, because of the time gap. Truly. The jacket might be connected to the necklace to help it stay somewhat in place, maybe? Maybe. I don't fucking know, dude. She is braver than I tell you what.
What about me?
We needed your help, Alice, to deactivate Dio's bombs.
Huh? But I didn't do anything.
But you did. In another history, you were able to perform a prime decomposition on the 25-digit integer that Dio left behind. Only you could do that sort of thing. Because of your feat of mathematics, we were about to determine that Dio had planted the bombs. Then we were able to question him and get the password for the number 31. Finally, we used that information to stop the bomb in this timeline. Without your help, Alice, we would have been reduced to nothing more than so much space dust. This history exists because of your presence.
Alice, you're a fancy calculator. The computer here could do it slightly faster if we could come up with a reason for Zero to tell them, but this was more fun, not for real.
Now, let me explain why we needed Tenmyoji and Quark. Tenmyoji is simple. We needed you for the same reason we needed Clover. You are able to access the fourth dimension. Almost half a century ago, you used that ability to save a young girl, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
We needed you to resonate with Sigma and Phi, so we brought you here. All it took was a messenger.
Do you want to see Akane? If you do, come with me. I was a fool and fell for it.
And you brought Quark with you.
Sure were. But it's okay, bestie. Happens to the best of us.
In fact, you insisted that he come.
Yeah, I know. I guess you were worried about leaving me alone, huh? He kept saying he couldn't run off to the moon and leave me behind.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
If I hadn't been so stupid and selfish, none of this would have happened to you. I never thought this would happen. Can you ever forgive me?
Oh, don't worry about it. I mean, I agreed to come with you. I thought the moon would be way more interesting than boring old Earth. What kid would turn that down?
We didn't see the messenger after we got on the ship. It was on autopilot. As soon as we got in, I headed straight for the moon. During the trip, Zero told me to keep quiet once we got there. I don't remember anything after we landed.
Then there was a bunch of that white smoke, and we passed out, and when I woke up, I was in the AB room.
Now, Dio. His real name is Left, and he's the leader of a terrorist organization called the Myrmidons. He was ordered to come here. The Myrmidons are under the control of an organization called Free the Soul, which is in turn controlled by a man known as Brother. It was Brother who orchestrated the release of Radical 6 into the general population 45 years ago. Do you remember what Phi mentioned earlier? The ultimate purpose of the AB project is to change history and keep Radical 6 from being released.
So that makes sense then why they wanted to send someone to mess up the AB project.
If we succeed,
So it would undo
that
what
would be
they
bad for Brother
did.
and his organization. Our success would prevent them from creating the ideal world they're working toward. That is why Brother sent Left, his trusted lieutenant, to this facility.
I do not know why that's his trusted lieutenant, but
They needed to stop the AB project.
like that's the best you got. I don't know how y'all made it this far.
So, Dio was given 2 tasks. The first was to eliminate Akane, the architect of the AB project. The second was to join the AB game and win it. If Dio won the game, the AB project would not be completed. At least, not in that timeline.
You know what's sad though is probably that in reality, Dio probably is just like fucking brainwashed. Like he was probably just born into this cult and brainwashed, and he probably knows nothing else. But I still hate him.
In other words, in that world, the project would have been stopped. If things didn't go as planned, Dio was given a contingency plan. If you cannot murder Akane and win the game, destroy Rhizome 9. Hence, the bombs.
Can I ask you something?
Perhaps.
How did Brother
Perhaps.
know about the AB project?
He was also an Esper. We can set Brother aside for now, though. May I proceed?
Wouldn't really work with K's accent, I guess, but I wish they used the other pronunciation of lieutenant there. Left, his trusty lieutenant would have been hilarious. Oh man, missed opportunity. No one objected. We were all curious.
Excellent. That explains everyone, save 2, Luna and myself. Sigma and Phi already know the truth about Luna. I don't believe I should reveal any more, however. I think it would be more appropriate if you could ask Luna yourselves at a later time. Would that be all right with you, Luna?
Yes, that's okay.
As for me, as I said before, I was born and raised here. The rest of you were brought to this facility, but I've never left.
That's true. I respect him for that. He's treating Best Girl in the best way possible, and we acknowledge that, Kay.
That makes me someone close to Zero Senior and Akane.
Yeah.
Hey, I've been wondering, who is Zero Senior?
You've already met him, Sigma, in another timeline.
Yeah. Well, I saw a hologram. Still don't know who he is. I'm cooking right now, I think. Like, just tell me sitting here staring like, aw, she's cooking, she's cooking. There ain't no fucking way. Right? I mean, I'm like cooking, but I feel like this is the most cracked thing I'm gonna say. You know what's stupid? All right, let me just lay it out. Cause I was gonna say there ain't no way I'm Zero, right? Iris said, did you guys hear that? She said, girl, what? Girl, what kind of fucking theory is that? Nah, you're just mad I closed the bathroom door, aren't you? Okay, no, but and here's why. Here's why I even say that, okay? Because I was just looking. Because I remember whenever we saw this hologram, I was like, that doesn't really look like Tenmyoji, though. You know, that it doesn't look quite right, you know? Because, like, they both look old as fuck. You know? They both look fucking old as fuck. Doesn't look quite right. I was like, I don't think that's it. I don't think that's it. But if I think about now that we've seen the non-2D version with the model version of ourselves, whenever Kay was, you know, had his fucking suit taken off, he was passed out. I mean, if that's me, I have a fuck ass haircut. So, ooh. And I don't know what happened to my eye. But I can see that being an older, either me or Kay, because I'm still confused on who's the fucking original here. I'm still very confused on that. So, if not me, Kay? Question mark? I'm still very confused on the whole clone situation. Maybe Kay. Maybe Kay, since... I mean, if it's me, I guess the reason for me not remembering or knowing is because it hasn't happened yet. So, you know what I mean? Like, so... I guess there's still, like, room for that to be said. But if it, well, hold on. New possibilities have opened up in my brain. Maybe I'm the father. Your Honor, I'm the father. Hold on. What if... All right, hear me out here. What if I don't remember that I'm Zero because at my current age, I have not become Zero yet. I am not Zero yet. I'm not Zero yet. But what if we're not clones at all? What if I'm just his daddy? And he just really looks like his daddy. And for some reason, I'm a terrible father, and I just shoved him in that suit and kept him in there. You know, maybe I didn't want to, like, freak myself. Like, future me was like, if I see myself, I'm going to get freaked out. And then I'm going to get distracted, and I won't be able to focus. So I'm just going to need to shove him in a suit, you know, for a little while. So that, you know, we don't get confused with all that goes on there. That is my official new theory. Not only am I Zero, I'm not a clone. I was frozen for this moment, to be primed for this moment. That was the grand plan. We had to go back. We had to freeze ourselves because we can jump. So we froze ourselves. I am the third one in the thing. And then Kay is my son. And that's why he has my face. Fucking face thief. That's my official theory. And once again, it is all based on these goddamn 3D models and realizing that they fucking look like XYZ. Why is that always the thing that triggers my fucking cracked ass theories, bro? Like, what the fuck? But no, really, if you look at it, like, yeah, that's what that looks like to me. That's what that looks like to me. I have no comment on what you're saying, but everything has been foreshadowed up to this point. Ugh, there's so many pieces, though. Yeah, no, I have no doubt about that whatsoever, that, you know, knowing what you're looking for and stuff. Yeah. That's my official theory. Yeah, that's the theory I'm going with. I am Zero, and I am the father, Your Honor. I am the fucking father. Let's go. Let's see. I've met him before, you know, not just the hologram, but if he is me and we are we, you know. Yeah, no, you ain't lying. You ain't lying, my guy. You ain't lying. And then that would also make sense why there could be me and Kay at the same time, existing at the same time. The being called a clone was like the fucking, what do you call it? What is it called?
TP.
Like a smoking gun or whatever? Whatever the fuck.
Unlocking.
That's my official theory.
Like it's finished. Shall we open the pod?
Yeah, let's do it. Let the record show. We'll see how off we are, or not off we are. All of us gathered around the pod. The glass was still covered with frost, hiding the contents.
Okay, let's get started then. Ready?
Fi laid her hand on the lever and looked around at us. I swallowed. Yeah, anytime.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Wakey, wakey! Let me do my pose. Gotta do the little, like, sway because they move. Oh. 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 Now there's 3 of us? Wayment. Suddenly my head was full of memories from other timelines. Oh, look at him. Look at him laying there. I'm still gonna call him my son. That's my son! I'd seen something like this before. The warehouse of Floor B. In front of the white door. Kay was lying in front of me. I grabbed his mask and saw... myself! I'd never figured out who he really was. Why was there a man with my face underneath Kay's armor? Didn't make sense. After I'd seen him, I was injected with tubocurarine, and that was the end of that. But wait, if the person in the pod was the same person I'd seen on the floor of the warehouse, who was wearing Kay's armor?
You finally noticed. Didn't I tell you?
Did they switcheroos? Did they switcheroos after because she didn't die in this one?
You won't be alone. I will be at your side, watching over you.
Bitch, you fucking abandoned... Do you know how many times you abandoned me? My son... Or did my son abandon me those times? Oh, my head hurts. I don't know which one hurts more. I'm calling him my son. He's probably not my fucking son, but... Somebody abandoned me, and that hurts. You know, that hurts.
Yes, I am.
Akane. I should have known.
Akane Kurashiki.
Oh wait, Kurashiki. Oh. Oh my god. My dumbass did not just say Akane. She said it with her whole fucking chest too.
It's you. June. I mean, Akane.
Oh my god.
You're old.
Oh. Girl, wait, that's rude. That's very rude. Why would you say that, Clover? Yeah, I just want to be involved. I want to be included, you know? Okay, hold on. I'm sweating. These revelations are making me sweat. Hold on. I gotta wait for the oscillating to point at me so I can pause it. I need direct fan. Okay, that's better. All right. Nah, that's fucking rude, man. She said, but you're old. You know what? That's probably what I fucking said too, though, to be real.
Yes, that's correct. I haven't spoken to you in a very long time, Clover. Or you, Junpei.
Bro, I can't believe I fucking called that shit.
Junpei?
Listen, I don't have to get a single other thing right because I will never stop being proud of myself for guessing correctly that they are fucking June and Junpei. I will never shut up about it. Ever.
Akane. Long time no see.
I could barely hear what they were saying. My mind was still reeling. It felt like all the air had been knocked out of me, and it was all I could do to not collapse right then and there.
When? How long?
Do you remember when the two of you saved me in the warehouse?
Uh-huh.
Once you saved me, you went back to your future. Well, your minds did at least. I carried your bodies to the third AB room, and then took Dio's to the fifth. After that, I went into the first room and borrowed Kay's armor.
So by the time you and Clover came out, you'd already...
Yes.
Wait. That doesn't make any sense. Dio killed you. And then Luna took your body. Sigma, come on, catch up. Catch up, my guy. You couldn't have been in Kay's armor.
It was me.
Fun thing, the iOS pseudo port of 999 makes the Junpei Tenmyoji connection even more blatant was a motion novel thing where the characters solve the puzzles, shows Junpei in regular dialogue instead of just CGs. So many of his expressions are one-to-one with Tenmyoji's. Same big mouth grin, same hand on chin thinking, same one fist anger. Oh, interesting.
In this timeline, at least. In this one, I wasn't murdered by Dio. You two saved me. It's just like Schrodinger's cat. Your actions in the future decided who would be inside the armor in the past.
What? No, that's nuts. Come on, Sigma. Keep up,
what
my
about
guy.
the other history? The one where you weren't saved. What happens then?
Is that all the times that Kay was a fucking shit to
Who's
me?
wearing the armor?
That's quite simple. The man in front of you.
Him?
That's correct. Whenever I'm not in the armor, he is.
What about the memory loss?
For my part, I confess that I lied. He, on the other hand, was telling the truth.
Nah, man, they've been saying Schrodinger's this whole time. Which means the Kay who was teasing one Junpei Tenmyoji asking if he was interested in her, Clover for not betraying her, was one Akane Kurashiki. Bro, this shit's wild.
Large doses of Soporil can cause memory loss. I gave him a rather large dose.
So, who is he?
You've never seen him before?
No.
What about the rest of you?
I have no idea who he is.
I've never seen him before.
Wait, what the fuck do I look like then? Why do I think that's my fucking face? Am I a fucking old man? Oh my god, don't be telling me I've been saying this out of pocket shit and I'm an old man just like Tenmyoji. Say it ain't so!
Me either.
Total stranger.
Hey, come on. What are you guys saying? Right here? Same face?
Are you right, Mr. Sigma? Did you hit your head or something?
Yeah, apparently. Huh? What? Didn't make any sense. Why didn't they recognize me?
Sigma, your consciousness can jump through time. You can inhabit your body in the past or in the future.
Am I an old oh God, please. Don't tell me I'm an old fucking man and I've been saying this out-of-pocket shit about seeing people in their swimsuits and their fucking cup sizes. Please, no. What does that mean?
Don't you get it?
Apparently not.
You've jumped to the future from 45 years ago.
In this timeline, I'm an old man. I looked around frantically. A pond. I ran to it and threw myself down to my knees. Crawling on all fours, I approached the edge. My heart was hammering inside my chest. Well, if I'm the future version of myself... My heart, a cold sweat trickled down my spine. Calm down. Calm down. Don't throw up. Don't you dare throw up in that nice pond. I struggled to take deep breaths. Then slowly, I peered into the pond, looking for my reflection. I'm a fucking genius! Damn, what happened to my eye, though? What happened to my eye? Oh, I love my last minute theory being kind of right. So, okay, so is that really just a younger version of me, then? Man, I'm not a father. Man, I was really excited about being a father. Why would you think you're an old man? Wouldn't have someone called you an old man by now? Like in the very first scene with Fi? Wait, does she really say that? This can't be real.
It's your face,
My
Dr.
mug!
Sigma Climb.
That's why I'm a doctor. You know what? That makes sense. I didn't think about that earlier when I was talking, but I think my brain, my brain thought it without it actively thinking it, if that, you know what I mean? Thanks, old T. Thank you. Man, I don't look very good. Yeah, I've been...
Although, to the you that's behind it now, it's your face 45 years from now. Zero, the mastermind of the AB project.
Man, so I don't have a son?
Is you.
Interestingly, they incorrectly mirrored the image in the pond, the hologram, which is like looking at him, the robot eye. Oh, true, huh? True. Yeah. Oh, hell, you look great. Shut up, girl. Thanks, old D. You always make a girl feel pretty. You're never shown in any scenes, even if they zoom out. Your voice also isn't heard. The only thing you see is your arms, hands. Yeah, no. That makes sense for sure. That makes sense. Though my question is then, is it only this specific timeline that I'm the older version of myself? Or is it, like because Kay is in the grave, you know, and Akane is in Kay's suit, or have I always this whole time been the older version of myself? No, you can't tell, but I mean my arms are fucking fake, so we learned my arms are fucking fake, so there's exactly one scene that shows Old Man Sigma. When you look at the security footage after Kate decks you and throws you through the white door, you can see his gray hair on the grainy screen. Oh, I definitely didn't notice that. Interesting. I'll have to look back at that. Yeah, my arms are fucking fake, so... Okay, so I was always old. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Man, oh god, I've been a creep this whole time. What? No, that's not possible. That's bullshit.
No, it's the truth. Fighting it isn't going to do you any good. Please, Doctor.
I'm not a doctor.
You will be.
No, I sure am. I sure fucking am. It's written here, so it's definitely true. It's definitely true, my guy. So what do you know what exactly she says? Like, what was the context around it? Like, was she calling me an old man, but like playing it off as like I'm being slow or something? Or, you know, because I'm sure they gave it like a context that made it something you don't think that much about, right? People have been calling you senile, saying you must have done a lot of drugs to look like that at 22, saying you must have been working on a PhD program for a long time. Damn, I don't remember like any of those. I don't remember any of those, man. I mean, but for sure, I'm sure, you know, they were subtle about it and stuff, like, you know, because I mean, you know, people will call each other like senile and stuff, like that's not necessarily like makes you turn your head. But all together, sure. Huh, interesting. Okay. So I've always been old.
A pioneer in the field of genetic engineering.
What a slay. You're lying.
No, I'm not. You created him. Well, I suppose I should say you are going to create him.
Create?
His name is Kyle Klein.
Kyle!
Your clone.
Oh, so it is a clone. Okay.
That is why he looks just like a younger version.
Okay, so it is a clone. Man, I don't have a son. Though I guess in a way I could call him my son, huh? I could call him my son. He's my son. That's my son. It's very close to the beginning of the game. You can find it easy. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to take a look back. Not an old man thing, but there have also been comments on his eye. Temioji saying you have a good eye. People saying eagle eye, etc. Yeah, but like that phrase is also like said that way. So they were real subtle about it for sure. Very, very smart about like how they worked it in, which, you know, we appreciate. Very sneaky. Yeah.
23 years ago, in the biolab here in Rhizome 9, you created Kyle. Well, I suppose for you, that's still in the future. When I said I was born and raised here, I was still pretending to be him. The gravity here is only 1/6 of Earth's. If nothing was done, the reduced gravity would cause his bones to be weaker than normal human ones.
I love how well the K moniker fits both occupants of the armor, Kyle Klim and Akane Kani Kurashiki. Yeah.
But you prepared for that. You gave him that armor. Ever since he was born, he's lived inside of it. It kept his muscles and bones strong.
Okay, so that's why whenever Kay was telling us, like, what he remembered of his childhood, too, it depicted him in the suit, like, and that was accurate.
He wasn't forced into it for the nonary game. He's been wearing it every day, all his life.
The reveal that the flashback of Baby K in the armor from his ending was literal and not just a we don't know what he looks like abstraction is hilarious, not for real. Why would future me create a clone?
He was to be your spare.
Kill the spare.
If something happened to you before the project began, he would take your place. I mentioned before that the AB projects A and B stood for after and before. That isn't all they mean, though. The A also means anima, and the B means body.
Come on, son, put on the armor. I don't care if you were born a week ago. You need those gains, not for real.
Is another word for the soul or the consciousness. Body is, well, exactly what it says on the tin. The past consciousness will go into the future body, and the future consciousness will go into the past body. They switch. That was the chief goal of the project.
Wait, so the future person goes into the past person?
Sigma, Do you remember the note you found in the garden?
You mean this, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was always wondering what the fuck this meant.
Ah, of course.
And I
it
kept
was
forgetting
you
about
who
it.
investigated the garden in this timeline.
Yeah.
Sigma, take a good look at this. It's an illustration of the time jumps your consciousness is making. A is where everything began. December 25th, 2028.
Here it is!
You inhaled the white smoke in your car and lost consciousness.
I still can't get over this fucking illustration. Like, why would they make the pose like this?
From there, you jumped to B. January 25th, 2074. You woke up in one of the AB rooms in Rhizome 9. You are in your own body, but it is 67 years old.
I know, right, Neo? I need that fucking car, because I got fucking long-ass legs and never enough room for them. Like, tell me what fucking car you got now.
Your consciousness has jumped 45 years into the future.
Help a tall girl out.
I believe that may explain why you didn't notice the reduced lunar gravity. The body you woke up in was much older. Normally, you would have noticed that your muscles were much weaker. In this case, however, the lower gravity balanced that out.
Okay, so here's my question. All the fucking mirrors we've seen in this goddamn place, do none of them actually mirror? Like, how is it that I got through this whole experience without seeing my goddamn reflection?
Moving on. If you continue along this line...
Like, I know they were actually blurred, but I thought that, like, they just, like, made it like that because they were too lazy to make it actually reflect the character models.
You reach C, which is January 27th, 2074. That is today.
Whoa. Wait, what do you mean? Are you saying it's been 2 days since we woke up?
36 hours to be exact. Have you already forgotten? You were all infected with Radical 6. The virus slowed your brain down, so yes, 36 hours of real time have passed. But to you, it only seemed like 14 hours and 40 minutes. Now comes the important part. After this, your consciousness will return to the past. It will re-emerge at point D. April 13th, 2029. You will return to your younger body.
But that's the same day as the reactor explosions.
Yes. That is why I said it will be too late. You will return to the past, but the events you would want to prevent will have already happened. The story does not end there, however. The line continues. After reaching point D, but this time, you won't be jumping through time, or at least not at a rate faster than normal. Your consciousness will spend 45 years inhabiting the same body until you reach point B. Do you remember when B is, Sigma?
January 25th, 2074. According to what you just told us, it's 36 hours ago.
Correct. That was when the consciousness of the 22-year-old Sigma jumped into the body of 67-year-old Sigma. So where did the older version of you go when you took his body?
Point A. December 25th, 2028. The day all of this started.
His consciousness will go back in time 45 years. For a period of time, he will inhabit your younger body. While your younger consciousness is elsewhere, he will be you in the past.
Fact that Sigma apparently never touches his face is one of the odder ones to me. Arms could be programmed to ignore the sensation of the cyber eye though, I suppose. That's true, that's true. I didn't think about that part. But once that body reaches point D, my 22-year-old consciousness will come back from point C.
That's correct. When that happens, the older version of you will be ejected from your younger body and return to your body at C.
So it's rotating?
Rotating. I suppose you could put it that way. But look at this illustration closely. What if you take all these lines and untangle them? You get one single line. It may look complicated, but in truth, it's a single straight path. With one exception.
This line here at point E, right?
Exactly. Point E is December 31st, 2028, the day of the total eclipse.
Day Radical 6 got out of the test facility.
By now, you've likely figured it out on your own.
Sigma being ancient makes that one timeline where Clover genuinely seems up for a date rather than the listen to anything you say timeline absolutely hilarious. Oh god.
The purpose of the AB project was to get the consciousness of the 67-year-old Sigma from point B to point A. If we can do that, we can change what happened 45 years ago.
So the old version of me will keep Radical 6 from getting out. By jumping into my 22-year-old body on New Year's Eve 2028?
Yes. That is why this line could not be interrupted. In order for the 67-year-old version of you to reach point B, we first have to go through point D. In order to get to point D, we must jump from point C. And for point C to happen, we had to recreate everything that happened in this facility. That is why we have faithfully retraced history up to this point, so that we might save humankind from destruction and undo the horrors of the last 45 years.
Tell me one thing.
What is that?
You said that point C is January 27th, 2074, which is today. Uh-oh. We got the music. There's going to be a jump, and I'll jump to April 13th, 2029.
Yes, that's right.
But look, I'm still old. When is this jump supposed to happen?
Very soon.
Soon?
Yes.
And what's going to trigger it?
We need potential energy stored to send your consciousness into the fourth dimension. Fortunately, we now have plenty of that. Thanks, ironically, to Radical 6. All that remains is to launch your consciousness, like a bullet from a slingshot.
And how do you propose to do that?
Didn't I tell you? A crisis. A moment balanced between life and death.
Aw, hell!
That can jumpstart your brain.
Oh, what do you mean?
You haven't figured it out. I mean this.
Should have known there was a reason she was keeping that damn knife. There's always a reason for everything. No sooner were the words out of my mouth. Time to die, I get. Ah! Vi! Not my girl! I screamed and leapt toward them. There I go, leaping again. Akane was already in motion, the knife diving toward Vi's chest. I was almost there. When I regained consciousness, I was on the floor. There was a dull pain in my chest. I felt for a cut, but something was in the way. It took me a moment to realize it was Akane's body, lying on top of me. I twisted my neck to look around. Nearby was an old tombstone. On it was written a few words in Latin. I forget how to say it. Tu fui, ego eris. Leaping like a frog, man. I know, right? How could she do that to Junpei? Right in front of his salad. Is that like it for real? Are we for realsy, for realsy, for real? So, okay, hold on. I'm gonna wait. Because I have questions. I have questions, but I want to wait. I'm gonna let the credits like roll. So our final theory was kinda right. Sorta right. Kinda right. Kinda, sorta. I mean, we were correct that was indeed us, an older version of us. We just didn't realize that we already were the older version of us. Though, was I alone whenever I saw the hologram of myself? Or was Fi with me? I was alone, wasn't I? I think I was alone. I had to have been, because otherwise someone would have been like, hey, that looks like you. Right? I had to be alone. Yeah. This is a bop, not gonna lie. Besties, check this out. Oh, that's gorgeous. Now that is beautiful. Remember that time Tenmyoji was suddenly a dick betraying you, saying he knew exactly who Zero Senior was right after he went to get his picture of Akane from the room with the hologram? Oh. Watching you dance to it is cute. I always have to get creative trying to dance with my model, because sometimes I think I'm like really like headbanging and then it's just like and I'm like, oh. Like I thought I was getting down and y'all are just like seeing me like politely nod my head to the music. So I really gotta get into it over here, you know, got sway. Thank you, Ulti, thank you, but it sounds like we are not quite done here yet. I think it's just the beginning part, right? Yeah, okay. All right, let's hop up here and see what we got. In 2029, are we gonna save the world? Oh my god, y'all. Minty's first world saving. Oh no, they're screaming.
Today is April 13th, 2029, and this is the evening news.
Not looking good.
Unfortunately, I'm sorry. I don't have any news to read. All of our station's reporters have passed after contracting Radical 6.
It's been quite the adventure indeed.
So have my... Excuse me. I've managed to keep us on the air until now. But I'm out of tricks. It's time for me to sign off. This concludes our broadcast day. I pray that someday our world can be cleansed of this horrible plague. Goodbye.
Oh, not on the TV! Oh god, trigger warning. Ugh. Girl, you did not have to do all that, but okay, thanks. For a moment, I just stared at the TV. The roar of the static seemed to fill the entire room, until with a click, it disappeared too. Jesus Christ, man. I was hoping she wouldn't do that. Jesus. Always wonder if the reporter is having Radical 6 specific despair, or if it's just the world's fucked, what's the point despair. Yeah, that's true. I feel like it's gotta be the Radical 6 despair. But maybe not. It could be either, I guess. Had the power gone out? I heard footsteps behind me and turned around. Hello? You... Wait, is that... Oh, okay, never mind. Okay. Akane?
It looks like the first step was successful.
The fuck? You killed me!
Killed?
How can this be like my goddamn plan, and yet here I am so fucking confused and out of the loop of my own plan? I thought that was gonna be Snake for a second. I thought that was gonna be Snake. I guess technically you're going to kill me 45 years from now, but still.
Hey, no need to be rude about it. I didn't kill you. I hit you with the butt of the knife. You're fine.
I'm okay?
Yes. You and Phi needed to experience a state of crisis. That was the only way.
Me and Phi?
Yes. I only told you about you, but we also needed Phi to jump.
I did not see that in the credits. I was too busy dancing. Yeah, I guess that's true, Cinder. I guess that's true. Since 999 on the DS was unvoiced, the original release of VLR here was the first time 20-year-old Akane had a voice. Oh, really? Had a different VA than same as the reporter, if I recall, but they redubbed her for the remake to maintain continuity of her voice. Oh, interesting. Very cool. Okay.
Now, you know what happens next, right?
We go to the
Correct.
moon?
We will be leaving tomorrow, April 14th, 2029. We've nearly finished preparing your shuttle. Only a few last-minute checks and additions. You'll be traveling to Rhizome 9, along with 3 treatment pods.
Alice and Clover, right?
Yes.
What about the third one? Who's in there?
We put her into cold sleep 2 days ago.
Okay, that makes sense. That's what I was about to say.
She appeared at our headquarters and volunteered to be frozen. That wasn't the Phi who jumped from point C, though. It was Phi before she jumped from point A to point D. In other words, she was following the same path you are, and she still is.
Then that means that after you froze her, the point C version of her jumped back into her body?
Yes. The point C version of Phi is sleeping in that pod. She'll stay there for the next 45 years, sleeping in ice.
Then when she gets to point B, her consciousness will jump to point A, right?
Correct.
Huh. So that's why she didn't look old. So why don't you just stick me in one of those pods?
We can't do that.
Why
You
not?
haven't figured it out? You have to spend the next 45 years working on the AB project. After arriving at Rhizome 9, you must master genetic engineering and artificial intelligence programming, among other disciplines.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Otherwise, you will be unable to create Kyle, Luna, and Lagomorph. And, of course, you will need to develop the chromatic doors and the bracelets. You will also be the person who summons Tenmyoji and Quark. Once you've completed all the preparations, then the project can actually begin. January 25th, 2074. You will defrost Phi and carry her to the third AB room. Once you've done that, the 22-year-old version of you from Point A will force you out.
All right, Ulti, thank you so much for hanging out. I'm sorry to hear you got hurt today. Please get some rest. Take care and hope you heal up soon. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you later. Yes, me too, Ulti. Thanks so much for hanging out. Have a good night. Yeah, they explained that Lagomorph was Zero Jr. Hold the phone. Who the fuck? Oh wait. Oh, Cinder. You are asking that. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's just Zero Jr.
And you'll just go back 45 years to your own body on December 25th.
Thank you, Ulti.
2028.
Thank you. I'll see you later. Have a good night. Hold on. Okay, yeah. And then I change history. Do you really think I can keep the virus from getting
You
out?
have to. If you don't, billions of people will die.
Lagomorphs are the members of the taxonomic order Lagomorpha, of which there are two living families, the Leporidae, rabbits, and hares. Oh, I see. Okay.
Only you and Phi can save them.
What about you? Aren't you an Esper too?
I can't do anything on my own. If this is going to work, I'll need your help.
So, what do I need to do?
What do you mean?
Like, what specific actions do I need to take? When Phi and I jump to point A, what are we going to do
We'll
then?
both enter the Mars mission test site.
And after that?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I really don't know anything about what happens in there.
Oh, good God.
We don't know how the Radical Six escaped. We don't even know why it was there in the first place.
Oh, crap. Then we're screwed.
That's why we need your help. You have the ability to jump through time and across parallel worlds. We need you to figure out what happened in that test facility. Things will be difficult, and I'm sure you will find yourself in a great deal of danger. But I believe the two of you can overcome any obstacle.
Wait. How do you know it's so dangerous?
The 67-year-old version of you told me what happened. He wasn't able to stop the virus. So I suppose you could say you told me after you failed.
What did I say?
That the test facility is full of traps. There was one point. A woman's life was in danger. You risked yourself for her sake, and lost your arms and your right eye.
Okay. My arms and my right eye? Ah! Oh, jump skier. Wait, does that say dad? I am a dad! What the hell? Suddenly, a low rumble shook the building. Well, there it goes. What was
Go
that?
have a look.
I moved slowly to the window and peered outside. On the horizon, I could see a massive mushroom cloud climbing slowly toward the sky. Would we really be able to change the course of history? No, that was the wrong way to look at it. It couldn't be a question. I had to change history. We could save the world. I'm going to change history. I stared at the darkening skies above us and steeled myself. I would succeed. Is this actually gonna happen, or is this like a lead into the next game? Is it a lead into the next game? That's what it feels like. Bad is what that bit says. Such random patches on his... Oh, bad. Aw, damn. Nah. It said dad for sure. Let me feed into my narrative, okay? I am the daddy. I am the father. Oh, okay. Here we go. Never mind. Let's jump. I was like, is this leading into the third game? But I haven't really looked at like the promotional stuff for the third game, so I don't know like what the cast or characters look like at all, if it even shows them. I remember it's like the characters sitting and they've got like a crazy thing around their head or something. I don't know. Whatever.
I see you've finally woken up, Kyle.
Hi!
Kyle.
Ah, yes. Of course. You've only just woken up in this timeline. It's only natural for some of your memories to be missing.
No, now you have to play the part where he's a nerd working on a cure or whatever he does. I mean, Kay did explicitly call the person from the backstory his father. Even if he's a clone, he was still raised. Yeah, exactly. I am the father. I lurched upright, jumped off the bed, and ran around to the other side of the partition. Ah, now they establish. Well, maybe they said it before. They probably did. The mirror over the sink was covered with a film of dirt. I wiped it off with my sleeve and my reflection stared. Oh, so I could have just wiped it off? So I still could have. There was no mistake. The reflection belonged to...
Kyle Climb. So, I'm Dr. Climb? Zero Senior's clone?
Could have. It's just like the damn door. Could have just walked right out from the other door. But why would you? Sigma had no reason to assume he was anyone but who he thought. Yeah, no, for sure. I'm just like, damn, it was right there this whole time.
How do you know that? Shouldn't you still be suffering from amnesia?
Nope. Apparently not. An excellent question, one I didn't quite know the answer to myself. I knew who Kyle Climb was. In another history, he had been called K and had worn a suit of armor. He hadn't just worn the armor in that history, though. Apparently, he'd worn it all his life. Kyle had been born and raised in this lunar installation, which seemed to be called Rhizome 9. Rather late in his life, Akane had appeared as a mother figure, and he had consequently grown very attached to her. I knew everything about him, but even though I knew it, I didn't feel it. Remember Luna's password that Kay gave you? Yeah, I do remember that. Milk. Was I really Kyle Clim? Reverse that? Bro. Ain't no fucking way. Wait, do any of the other ones do a reverse thing? Where's my white panties? No, those don't. Crazy though. They really said, this dumb ass bitch, she'll never catch this. And they are correct, I did not. Alright, every time I looked in the mirror, I saw his face. Miss Riss, I hear you, baby. I hear you, baby. Where are you? Come here, baby. The spitting image of Sigma Clim, in his, I'm gonna say Clim, in his younger days. I looked down. There was Dio, still handcuffed. I turned back around to Luna.
What day is today?
January 27th, 2074.
Today is the last day of the AB project. Akane has explained everything in the garden. And she drew a knife and attacked Phi. How long
voice
have I been
kinda.
asleep?
About 5 hours in real time. For them, it would have seemed like a little more than 2 hours.
So they still haven't been treated for their Radical 6?
No, they've all been given the antiviral. It just takes a while to have an effect.
I see. So the consciousness of the younger Sigma has gone back into the past. It should have happened right after Akane attacked Phi, right?
Yes,
Why am I here?
the doctor carried you back here. You were in the pod in the garden.
So the person you call the Doctor is Sigma Klein, as inhabited by his age-appropriate
Klein.
consciousness.
Yes, but how do you know that?
Dio seems to have remained unconscious.
Yes, I've been administering Soparil whenever he gets restless.
What about the others?
They've all gone off to different areas. Tenmyoji and Quark, for instance.
Oh, right! Mr. Klein!
So the sleepyhead's finally up, huh?
What are you two doing here?
You don't know where we are?
This is the upper floor of the pressure exchange chamber. The real one.
Mm-hmm.
We were just about to get dressed and head out.
You plan to return them?
Are you ready for lappy time finally, baby? I got a nice lappy right here for you. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Hi, baby. Cute baby, sweetie baby. Hi. I have acquired the cat. She is in me lap. So sweet and so cute. All right, you plan to return then?
Yeah.
Sigma told us where we could find the shuttle that brought us here. Well, guess he's not really the Sigma I knew anymore. He's Dr. Klein now, or Zero Senior, depending on how you look at it.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Well, I'm just curious why you would choose to return to a devastated planet when you could stay here.
How's staying here gonna help? You aren't gonna say something idiotic about how we should wait here until Sigma changes the past, are you? You can't wait for something that's already happened. Grammar doesn't work that way. Hell, nature doesn't work that way. You following me? We've already lived through history. Sigma failed to keep the virus from getting out. About 45 years ago, Radical 6 created a pandemic, and the antimatter reactors blew up. That all happened. Whatever Sigma does in the past, history's not gonna change. In fact, it's because of what he did or didn't do in the past that we've got this past and present. Let me give you an example. Imagine a group of 100 motorcycles driving down an endless freeway. Eventually, they hit a junction. The road splits in two. One freeway continues off northwest, and the other stretches out to the northeast. So one guy, we'll call him S, pipes up. "Let's go northwest," he says. So they take the northwestern road. But about a mile past the intersection, something horrible happens. A semi driving the other way veers into their lane and plows through the bikers. 90 of them die. The surviving 10 are wounded, but survive. They don't stop, though. They keep riding down that highway, and eventually they'd gone 10,000 miles. Then suddenly, something happens that they couldn't have predicted. S, who had survived, suddenly has his consciousness thrown back in time. He ends up back in his own body just before they reach the junction. He remembers everything. So what does S do? What anybody would do. Let's go northeast. That means all 100 of the bikers survive to reach their destination, happy and healthy. And they all live happily ever after. That's what you're thinking, right? It's a great outcome for the 100 bikers that went northeast. But what about the 10 that went northwest and survived the accident?
Huh? Wouldn't it be 9 people? I mean, S's mind went back in time, right?
Right. Okay, 9 people then. What happens to the reality they were
Naturally.
living? Does it just disappear when S changes the past? It's not as if it was only bad things that happened during that 10,000-mile trip. Maybe one of them fell in love with a woman working at a gas station they stopped at and had a child. Maybe one of them picked up a homeless kid who joined them on their adventure. That 10,000-mile journey would be full of stories.
Soft.
Friendships, farewells, romances. The loss of those 90 lives is horrible and unfortunate. But what would rewriting their history mean? The 9 who survived lived full lives. How can it be right to just erase all that? The survivors overcame their own misery and loss and made the best they could of the hand they'd been dealt. Isn't that worth something? Isn't that the best thing that humans can aspire to? Is there really any point to a world where everything is happy? Are people who struggle for a better life just idiots? Being human is about fighting, even when it seems hopeless, and finding happiness, even in a world that hates it.
One of the bikers picked up a homeless kid and started adventuring with him. Tim Myoji, I'm sure that example is entirely random. Exactly, entirely random.
Are you saying that's worthless? If you're saying rewriting the past will erase all these other timelines, then whatever God wrote those rules can Look, I'm just not going to accept that, all right? You get it?
If Sigma changes the past, then you and Quark will never meet.
Is he right?
No, it's not going to happen. We're here right now. This is reality. Even if Sigma does change the past, we're not just going to disappear or something.
Oh, then that means we get to stay together? Good.
Thanks, kid.
Cute.
I understand how you feel. Why you want to return to Earth is clear. You have lives there, I imagine. There are likely people waiting for you.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Have you already said goodbye to the others?
Vi, Luna, Alice, and Clover all saw us off. We told them we'd see him again someday, and then came here.
They were the only people you want to say goodbye to?
Well, no point saying anything to Dio.
Besides, he's asleep. You were asleep too.
Sorry, but we didn't really know much about you.
You have a point. Akane was in the armor in this timeline, after all.
He does.
What about Sigma?
Well, he's not really Mr. Sigma anymore.
Of course. He is Dr. Klein now that his consciousness has returned.
Yeah, but more importantly, he's the guy who brought us all here. Not a lot of warm feelings there, you know?
And Akane?
Never mind her. She's just like him.
Oh no!
Not the Akane I knew. She must have seen some pretty awful things over the years. Hell, she might not even be human anymore. But the Akane Kurashiki I know isn't here. She's not anywhere.
Oof. Oof, that hurts a little bit.
In the end, Clover and I were just pawns. Pawns to be used and then gotten rid of. Still, it's not like we were completely resentful.
Yeah, that hurts a little bit, and I didn't even like her that much. But oof, that'd be hurting a little bit right there. That'd be hurting a little.
We had to be here to help change the past. That part's easy to understand, but...
Kinda sucks, though. I mean, Sigma and Phi have it easy. They get to go back to December 25th in 2028.
Yeah, like that hurts, man. That sucks ass. Akane Kurashiki isn't here. She isn't anywhere. Mirrors something Akane herself says as the narrator in 999 during one of the endings. Oh, does it really? Yeah, that fucking hits, man. Oof.
They'll stop the Radical Six and save the world, and then they'll have a nice, normal future to look forward to. In other words, they get to go back to Point E and just enjoy history like it was supposed to happen.
But we don't. We're stuck with Point C as our starting point.
You told us about Ten Myoji's story, right? The one with the motorcycles? It would be like if Alice and I were kidnapped right before the intersection. Then whoever grabbed us takes us to wherever the bikers are going, 10,000 miles to the northwest.
Don't get us wrong. We know why we had to be here. Without us, S's consciousness wouldn't have been able to go back to right before the intersection.
If that couldn't happen, then the fate of those 90 dead bikers would be sealed. But
it's still not the best situation for those of us left in the Northwest. We're stuck in the reality where the 90 bikers died.
Are we just supposed to go live on Earth? It's a wasteland now. And what about our friends and families? We left a whole world behind 45 years ago.
Even if it is for the greater good?
That does really suck for them too, huh? Because they're like completely separated from their life, you know? It's not the world, like, it's not the same timeline for them. Yeah, like their family is probably all gone, or, you know. Yeah, they just got completely removed from it and frozen. So damn, that actually really sucks for them. Fuck, dude.
It just doesn't seem fair, does it?
Yeah.
It's a little bit much.
I mean, at least they have each other. That's good at least, but still.
So we went and talked to the old lady.
She told us that there is one way.
One way we could get back to the past.
Let's say you do go back to the past. Wouldn't that cause your minds to get thrown back here? That seemed to be how Sigma and Phi's jumps worked, at least.
Yes, you're right.
But this is different.
Different? How so?
From what she said, it sounds like there's a way we can send our bodies back in time, too.
That's ridiculous. It would create a paradox. How could you have 2 Clovers and 2 Alices at the same time?
But that wouldn't happen.
Akane says there's a way around that.
How on earth does she plan to do that?
Schrodinger's
cat.
Oh, hey, Kyle. Figured you'd come here eventually.
Where's Dr. Klein? Luna said you were with him.
He said he was tired, so he's off resting right now. There's a bedroom at the end of the hallway. He's in there if you're curious. Oh, right. He told me to turn on this hologram projector thing when you showed up. Want me to start it?
Sure.
Glad to see you. There isn't anything in particular that I have to tell you. However, I imagine there are a great number of things weighing on your mind. I'd love to answer all your questions, but unfortunately, my circumstances make that an impossibility. I hope you can forgive me. Everything I know, Phi should also know. I have instructed her to answer any questions anyone might have. Anyone other than Kyle, that is.
What does he mean, other than Kyle?
Who knows? Is there anything you want to ask?
Oh, right, well, I guess I may as well cut to the chase. Just who are you, Phi?
I assume they just used the Zero Senior hologram for this so they wouldn't have to rig up a model with movements and mouth flaps and stuff for just one scene. Yeah, that's fair.
I'm not Superman, that's for sure. And I'm not Batman or Spider-Man or Aquaman or a merman or a wolfman. I'm not a Brahmin or common or ramen.
Okay.
I'm not a Cayman either, so you really don't need to worry about anything.
Okay.
Please don't dodge the question. About 5 hours ago, Akane attacked you with a knife. That triggered something which sent your mind back to the past, correct? Specifically, you were sent to Point D, April 13th, 2029. On that date, your body was already in Akane's custody. Although by then you were in cold sleep, you wouldn't have regained consciousness, but your mind was now inhabiting that body. That pod was your home for 45 years. You slept there, frozen, until the time was right. Then on January 25th, 2074, you were finally thawed out, even though you didn't wake up. Still unconscious, you were carried to the AB room. That was when your consciousness changed bodies again. A version of you from December 25th, 2028 arrived, pushing you out and sending you back to December 25th, 2028. This is when you finally woke up. In 2028, you found and joined forces with Sigma, whose older mind was inhabiting his younger body. Together, you attempted to infiltrate the Mars mission test facility. Unfortunately, your plan failed. The Radical Six did escape on New Year's Eve. That failure determined the path you followed. Instead of going along the line that branches out to the right from Point E, you headed straight to Point D. Point D being April 13th of the following year. That was the day that you made your way to Akane's hideout and asked to be put into one of the treatment pods. Another consciousness enters your body around that time from the future. It is, of course, the version of you that left your body when Akane attacked you in the garden. This caused the 2 versions of you to swap places, and you moved 45 years into the future, where you woke up on the garden floor. That put you on the line that comes here. So if we discount the time you spent in cold sleep, for you only 3.5 months have passed since that happened. That being when you were sent back into the past from the garden. Have I missed anything?
No, everything you talked about you got right.
Well, what do you mean by that?
I'm kind of an unknown variable in this equation. You could think of me as a kind of X factor. It's taken me the last 3.5 months to understand it.
I haven't understood anything in the last 3.5 seconds. Could you please explain?
It's kind of like the relationship between classical mechanics and modern physics. Strictly speaking, you can't combine velocities with v1 plus v2. v1 plus v2 divided by 1 plus v1 times v2 over c squared is the actual equation.
The fuck is all that? The fuck is all that bullshit? The fuck? I may need to go to sleep. Gotta be up at 5:30 a.m. Oh god, yeah. Get some sleep, Cinder. Thank you so much for hanging out, though. Hope you sleep well and have a good day tomorrow.
Of course, the sort of velocities we encounter in day-to-day life don't come close to being c squared, which is the speed of light squared.
Girl, you're so totally losing me.
That means that 1 plus v1 times v2 divided by c squared is usually
absolutely
going to
not
evaluate
as.
something pretty close to 1. Since that would mean dividing by 1, it's usually okay to just skip that step and use v1 plus v2.
Girl, I have no idea what you're saying, and you're giving me like a deep panic. A deep panic is setting into my bones. Like trying to understand what the fuck you're saying right now.
You see what I'm saying? In most situations, it works, even if it isn't technically correct. So you knew enough to get the stuff you were talking about, right?
All right, Cinder, we'll try my best. Whatever I manage to comprehend from this. Good night, good night.
As long as you stick to that, you won't run into any problems.
I don't quite understand. In fact, I feel like you're dodging my questions.
So was that what you wanted to ask about?
Math is not for me, besties.
No. What I really want to know is what happened between Christmas and New Year's Eve in 2028. You and Sigma infiltrated the Mars mission test site, didn't you?
Okay.
Yes.
What happened there? How did Sigma lose his eye and both his arms? And why was Radical 6 in there in the first place? What could a deadly virus have to do with the simulated mission to space?
Sorry, but I can't tell you that.
Why?
Because it would change history. There is a history where the virus didn't escape. That's the line that goes to the right of point E. In that timeline, humanity isn't heading for annihilation, and Earth isn't red. The future is much brighter. But if I tell you what you're asking me right now, then that reality will disappear. You understand?
I don't. Why would all of that disappear if you told me what I want to know?
You're about to go back to the past, right?
The past? Don't be silly. I can't do that.
Then where the hell did you learn all this stuff? I just listened to you tell me a bunch of things you shouldn't have known about. You were sleeping in the pod in the garden. You just woke up. So how can you know all this? You know my past. Sigma's past.
I shall give you your answer. You are not Kyle Climb. Your body is Kyle's, but your consciousness is not. Think about it. Do you really believe you're Kyle? Or could you be someone else entirely?
Then, where is the real Kyle's consciousness?
He was thrown out when you entered. Right now, in a manner of speaking, he has arrived at December 25th, 2028. His consciousness has gone into a body from that time. I doubt you know how much the Doctor loves Kyle. He raised him on his own. Kyle is irreplaceable. Do you really think he would go back to the past and leave Kyle behind here? I know what I told the others, that Kyle was Dr. Climb's spare, but that was not his only purpose. Kyle's consciousness is integral to what we are trying to accomplish. This new mission begins on Christmas and ends on New Year's Eve 2028. Its purpose will be to infiltrate the test facility and prevent the spread of the virus. For this to happen, Kyle was absolutely necessary.
And that is why he created him?
Yes.
So now that my consciousness has entered his body, the Doctor has achieved his objective. Kyle has gone back to 2028 to participate in his mission.
Correct.
There's one thing that troubles me. Kyle was created before reaching point B from point D. That means his body did not exist on Christmas in 2028. Does that mean he has entered my body? Have we just switched places?
I suppose you could put it that way, yes.
That's ridiculous. What's going to happen to me? You telling me I have to spend the rest of my life here in this box, living in a borrowed body?
No, not at all. You can travel freely through time and space. You are an uncontrolled variable that entered our closed system. As such, the rules of this world do not apply to you.
I have no idea what...
Sorry, I'm really trying to absorb the words that are being said right now.
Please don't try to play dumb. I know what you are. Surely you must know by now, too. You are about to go into the past and save the world.
She knows.
Phi and Sigma, even with all of his future knowledge, will need your help. Only you can right the horrible wrongs of our past. Only you can save the world.
There's no way I...
Yes, there is. You have to. Don't you want to know the truth? Don't you want to know what happened in between Christmas and New Year's Eve in 2028?
Well, yes, I do, but...
Then you must believe. Reality is shaped by what we believe reality should be. If observation can change the motion of a particle, then how is it odd to think that human thought can shape reality? Your will can change history. The world will be reshaped into the one you imagine. Remember what I've told you. Only you can change history. Only you can save the world.
That's it for realsy, isn't it? That's it. Akane! Okay, y'all, I think that is it. Whew. Oh my god, my head is spinning. Only you can make this world seem right. Damn. I mean, they really putting the weight of the world on my shoulders. It's just extra explanation, not canon. Oh, okay. Now, remind me. I guess it doesn't really matter, huh? Should we pop out? Should we pop backward for old time's sake? Have that start from the beginning, you know, just for one last time. I think we should. I think we should. Alternate end is intended as non-canon metafiction. We're near the end of recording when the 2011 Tohoku earthquake happened with 20k deaths. Wanted to have a more hopeful ending note than the reactors going up. As was the original plan, parts could have still happened. Tenmyoji's biker story could be told to like Clover or someone about, but the Kyle stuff is likely all non-canon. Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, oh, not that. Not that. Okay. We're gonna pop back here. All right, you guys. Well, shit. That was fucking crazy. So, okay, my question is, so does the third game actually is that a lead into the third game then basically? Is that what the third game is about? I want to look at it now. Hold on. Zero Time Dilemma. Ooh, the art's pretty. Third game is completely separate and has nothing to do with this at all. No, it does, right? It does, right? Oh my god! Another woman that looks like Penny. Oh my god. Okay, I assume that's what's supposed to go on there. Very interesting. All right, well, we're gonna have to give it a go for sure. And as for playing the third game, I'm going to do a poll for what game I should play next. The third game will be on that poll. Some other things will be like the second oh my gosh, my brain is like not braining anymore. Somnium Files. There we go. Took a second. Yeah, the second AI Somnium Files game. I think I'm gonna put Ace Attorney on there. I feel like there was something else I wanted to put on there. I don't know, but I'm gonna run a poll. So if you want me to play the third Zero Escape game next, I'll leave it up to y'all. Y'all can vote in my Discord. I'll probably put that poll up this week. We are going to, starting next week, we're gonna start playing Steins Gate. And I think I'm gonna start from the beginning just because it has been so long, and I just want to make sure, you know, with a story game, I feel like it's important to have all of the story be fresh in your mind. So I think I am probably gonna start it over, unless you guys would rather me like not, and I can just like rewatch my VODs. But personally, I feel like it would just be a little more seamless, a little better for everyone, especially if we have some people who didn't see those original first few streams. You know, it wasn't that long, so like, you know, and I think we can kind of, we don't have to necessarily like slowly go through it. We can kind of like skim a little bit, but I do think I want to start from the beginning just because, like, yeah, for everyone, then we can all start from the beginning together. We can get a refresher on what we've seen. And again, with the game that's like literally just like a story, you know, I feel like it's important to make sure all of the stories fresh in our minds, especially because I do feel like this story is going to be a mind fuck as well. So that's what I'm thinking. We're going to be starting that next week. But yeah, after we finish Outer Wilds, that's when we'll either start the next Zero Escape game or whatever you guys end up voting for. So that's what that poll is going to be for. So keep an eye out for that. Like I said, I'll probably post it tomorrow. So yeah, that will be in my Discord polls category. So be sure to cast your vote for that and decide the fate of our next big game, y'all. I'm excited for literally any of them though. So like we truly can't go wrong, I feel. Interesting thing, Zero Time Dilemma was originally canceled until fan letter writing and stuff campaign. I imagine it ending on those notes forever with no closure. Oh my god, yeah, no, for real. I'm glad that they ended up doing a third game. I'm excited. I know that some of you guys said that the third game isn't quite as well liked, but honestly, I don't care. I'm definitely excited to play it as well, and see like what it's all about and do some more puzzles and all that good stuff. So yeah, I'm definitely excited. We definitely, if it doesn't win the vote, we definitely will be playing it eventually. But I just personally, I can't decide what to play next, so I'm just gonna throw it on y'all. Just gonna make y'all decide for me because it's way too hard to choose. Like, we have so many good options, and they're all kind of like a similar flavor, you know. Are you doing a vote? So no, so Steins Gate is going to replace this game, Virtue's Last Reward, and then after we finish Outer Wilds, the vote I'll post probably tomorrow, like I said, that's gonna be the poll for what replaces Outer Wilds. So we're gonna just stick to doing 2 games, just because, especially with these longer games, I feel like we just make better progress and stuff, you know. So yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. And yeah, we're just gonna keep chugging along and get through these games. I'm so happy to finally be playing these games as well. I've been holding on to the Zero Escape games for quite a while. So it feels really good to finally be playing them. And like, I think these are some of my favorite games I've played like in the past year. All of them have been really good, but I've really been enjoying this series. Like, they are really fun and like unique games, and I've never played anything quite like them before. Even though they do have like similarities to like, you know, like Danganronpa and stuff like that a little bit. But I just really, I think the one thing I really enjoy about these games is you get all the fun, like kind of mind-bending puzzles, but there's not like the pressure that you get in Danganronpa and even a little bit in Somnium Files. So I really like that I can sit there and I can cook. Yeah, I can really cook for a second. I don't like have to rush or be on like a time limit. So I really like that about this game. It just lets it be like just a little bit more chill. But yeah, the stories are still really interesting. The characters are fun. And the puzzles are great. So yeah, I still cannot believe though, y'all. I cannot believe my fucking theory was right about Junpei and Akane. I cannot believe that, y'all. Oh my god, I'm literally going to boast about that for the rest of my life. Like, I am never gonna shut up about it. Yeah, we gotta keep the theories going, because I almost did not mention. Oh, hold on, I'm gonna pop over here real quick, actually. But I almost did not mention that theory because I was like, this is so cracked. There's no fucking way that's real, that's right, you know? Like, I didn't believe myself because, again, literally, yes, that is where it started. But like, you can't tell me looking at that it doesn't look like fucking 2D Akane. Like, it so fucking does. I don't know. That's literally the first thing I thought whenever I saw that old lady, and I was like, nah, I'm thinking crazy. And then once we like looked at her again, I think like the second time, I was like thinking to myself, I didn't say it out loud yet. I was like, no, that really looks like her. Like, if there was an older Akane, that's what she would look like. But then with some of the other like angles and stuff, it didn't look like her as much. It was really just like that initial, like whenever she's on the ground, and especially when she's in the like infirmary bed, I was just like, she fucking looks like Akane. That looks like if Akane was older. And then I was looking at Tenmyoji and the fact that he reacted to her being dead, you know, I was like, well, you know what? Tenmyoji could kind of pass as an older Junpei. Like, man, I don't know. Yes. I just can't believe that's where it started, though. That's fucking crazy for real. But, oh, man, I feel so good about that. Never have I ever guessed such a wild theory based on, like, such a wild basis. Like, oh my god, yes. And you kept trying to throw me off, and it almost worked a couple times, because I was like, this is way too cracked out. There's just no way. But then literally everything was supporting the theory. Everything was supporting it. I was like, listen, I'm trying to talk myself out of this as much as you are, but I can't, because everything keeps reaffirming it. Oh my god. Oh, it's crazy. But yeah, there really were so many signs. And I don't think I ever would have picked up on it had I not like had that thought. Had I not had that thought just when I saw her, you know, because there really were like throughout the game so many little things that hinted to that. I think if I hadn't like for whatever reason seen like older Akane and been like, that looks like Akane, you know, if that hadn't happened, I assume it probably would have entered my mind at the time when Clover says, she said something like, now that I know who he is or whatever. Yeah. I think then I would have started being like, you know, a little bit for sure. I imagine like probably quite a lot of people would probably start thinking that at that point. But yeah, since I like came up with a theory so early on, I feel like I literally got all of the teeny tiny clues and was just like, yup, because the idea was already in my head. It was so satisfying to go through the game and just continue to get reaffirmed on my stupid ass theory I had no fucking basis for whatsoever. Oh my god. But yeah, there really were so many things, like there were so many things, like small things that were said, like, but yeah, the way the initial was just seeing her, but the thing that really like made me like, yeah, I think so, was the way Tenmyoji reacted to her body. Because I was like, okay, they know each other clearly, so then it's just like a natural conclusion, right? But anyways, yeah, I just can't believe that, y'all. I'm truly gonna brag about that for the rest of my fucking life. Like, I've never felt so fucking smart in my life. Usually my theories are so trash and so off. Like, I'm usually like cannot figure this kind of shit out. So I'm very proud of myself. Thank you. And we'll see. I'll be sure, even if it seems like the most cracked out thing ever, I'll be sure whenever we play the third game to clue y'all into my cracked theories, and we can see how it goes. You know, I feel like this might be a once in a lifetime experience for me, and even if that's the case, I'm okay with that. but we will try to have our cracked theories for sure. So we'll just see what happens. Gotta wonder if Tenmyoji started to pick up on what was odd with Sigma in some timelines, like, he knows things he shouldn't. That seems familiar. I know, yeah. That's why for a while I kind of wasn't sure if other people were doing the jumps and stuff, because they would say things that, like, you know, connected them to things. But like with Tenmyoji, you know, that makes sense. With Alice and Clover, that makes sense. And obviously, like, Dio also knew some things in a different way, but like, you know, because of like his mission and stuff, it made sense for him to kind of know some things too. Same with Luna, because she's like involved with things. Kay, you know, like all of them kind of had their reasons to kind of seem like they were involved in a way, but like not the way that you think they might be, like initially, if that makes sense. So yeah, I do think I enjoyed the story a bit more in this one. It was definitely more like complicated, but I really liked it. I really liked the way, like, because I feel like in the first game, you know, everybody has like their reason for being there and stuff, but in this one, it was really just a lot more solid. Like, it really made sense why each and every person was there and what their role was in it, you know? Rather than in the first game, it's a little more like, well, you know, we have these whatever, senders and receivers situation, and this person's like kid was involved in the initial one, and these people were involved, you know, whatever. Like, it just was like a little bit less, I don't know, I guess detailed and like fully like rounded out. I really enjoyed like everyone's kind of part that they played in the story. It was really interesting and like super complicated, but made like each little bit of information you found out about them really like fun and interesting, you know, because like a lot of the stuff is like you would never guess that, you know, like at least not from the beginning, because it's like so wild, you know. Yeah, and I like that they worked that like literally into the game. Yeah, that like the loops themselves, like the style of the game is to play these different loops, but you as the character start to become aware of the fact that you are doing these loops, and they made it like a thing that made sense in the story, which is like a really cool concept, and made it like really interesting and like satisfying as well. So yeah, I really applaud them for that. It's like a really great concept and really well executed. And I mean, it's just a fun game, you know? The puzzles were fun. I enjoyed basically all of the puzzles except, I guess, the fucking one room. But like for the most part, like all the rooms were really cool and unique in their own ways. I liked that some of them had like puzzles that related to past ones you saw and stuff, because that's always kind of cool to see. So yeah, like all around, a very solid game, very solid writing, interesting story and characters, and I just feel like it was really, really well executed. Like, yeah, I really enjoyed that. But yeah, the security room, yes, oh my god. They leaned hard into the flowchart aspect since it was designed from the beginning. On 999, it was backported in the remake. Oh, right. I remember you mentioning that. Yeah, I really love that they leaned into that, because it was such a cool way and like such a smart way to go about it. You know, like it was really cool. Like they made it make sense in the story, which is it was just like really clever. So yeah, I really, really like that. And also, I just think like games or like stories that have to do with time loops are always very like fascinating to me. I don't know, it's just always like a really fun concept to play with. So just like at a base level, I really enjoyed that concept a little bit more than like the morphogenetic fields, though those were cool too. But yeah. I see the dice solution was posted in your Discord. You were having, oh yes, I gave up because I was like, I do not know how to do this. Like, I was like, I'm not spending all this time on this. Oh, is that the one? That makes sense. Yeah. And I was bummed out a little bit because the original puzzle is so much easier. But yeah, I think was it you, Neo, that said that I cheated in the most like canon way possible, because y'all were giving me the morphogenetic wibblies, giving me the answer. That shit cracked me up because it's so like it made me feel a little bit better about cheating on that puzzle, because like, you know, usually you guys kind of give me like little nudges and stuff and I'm like, oh okay, yeah, we finally get it. But with that one, nah, I just outright got the answer and just boop, 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 typed it in or whatever. Yes, Neo, god, that cracked me up. I was like, yeah, exactly, that's what it is. Y'all were just helping me out. Y'all were just helping me out with the answer, just like you're the Junpei to my Akane. Oh my god, yeah, it's so good. But yeah, that one was, ooh, that was rough. I did not like that one. I don't think I could have done that, because like, I think like we were talking about it, where it's just like my brain is not like familiar enough to, and like able to remember the sides of like the die to know the way, like the necessary moves you would have to do to get it like oriented right. Like there's no fucking way I could have done that. Like there just isn't. Like I had to cheat. I had to. So, you know, I just took the information that the morphogenetic fields had to give me, and we fucking went with the besties, because like there just ain't no fucking way, dude. Fact that Sigma totally could have just picked up the dice. I know! Exactly! That shit's stupid! Dude, oh my god. Yeah, that, oh my god, I can't fucking believe it. But you know what? I have no regrets. Mrs. Puff, I cheated, and I do not regret it one bit. I did what I had to do. You know, I did it for the sake of humanity. You could say. I did it for you good, girl? Okay. I think she just fell off my bed. Hun, on? Are you all right? Okay. The ladies are restless. They said, okay, Mom, it's time to go to bed. Like, get off the stream. Zero Senior is Sigma, and he knows Sigma is too honorable to cheat. Yeah, no, for real. Yeah. I didn't cheat. I don't know what you're talking about. I did no such thing. Never have I once cheated ever in my life. Never. Not me. Who could ever cheat? Not I. I am a family-friendly channel, and I am a good role model to all the youths out there. Do not cheat, children. Even if the world and everyone's lives depends on it. I'm giving you a thumbs up right now. All right, anyway, don't you do that, Iris. I see you thinking about jumping up on my PC for the 5th time this stream. I do see that. I see the little glint in your eye, yes. Yes, I do. Say no to the demon in your head. Okay, good. God, they are like fucking on one, y'all. I love imagining that picking it up would totally have worked just because it wouldn't occur to Zero Senior at all to block, but not for real. Can you imagine? Can you imagine like mid puzzle we're like, I just don't get it. Wait a second. Just pick it up and put it the fuck down. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm super excited to play Steins Gate, so we're gonna start that next week. So on Thursday, I'm going to be playing Outer Wilds. We'll see where we get with that. Might be the last stream, or probably next week. It seems like maybe we'll end up finishing the game. So we shall see, but that's the plan for Thursday. And then next week, on Tuesday, I assume, unless we're like just barely not finished with Outer Wilds and like, you know, whatever. But we should be starting Steins Gate at some point next week, probably Tuesday or Thursday. We're just going to kind of see how Outer Wilds goes. If we finish it this week, then, you know, obviously we'll start 2 new games next week. So yeah, we shall see. But anyways, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you so much for playing this game with me. It was truly amazing. Definitely my favorite so far out of the series. And I'm super excited to see what the 3rd game is like, if we end up playing that next or whenever we do finally get around to it. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Hope you enjoyed my correct ass theory. I'm literally gonna go to bed tonight just thinking about how big and wrinkly my brain is. I still truly can't believe, and I'm so glad I have this like in video. Like I have evidence, you know? I have evidence of my big brain. Like so later, whenever I make a fool of myself in another game, I can always like throw this in your face and be like, yeah, well, remember when? Thank you, Ella. Thank you. I hope you guys have a good night and hope you have a good day tomorrow. Don't worry. I have the VOD saved. Don't you even worry about it, baby girl. Don't you even worry about it. I got them saved. They are on record. All right. They are on record. Don't you worry about it. I'm just terrible and I don't upload my VODs to you. Well, I export them, but I don't upload them because I'm a perfectionist but then I don't have time to make thumbnails and it's gotten out of hand. It's been like a year or maybe 2 years. I don't fucking know since I've uploaded a fucking VOD. But anyway, but it's there. It's exported, so maybe one day it will grace my YouTube. Maybe. We'll see. Hey, get down. I swear to God, this girl's gonna make me lose my hair. All right, anyway, I'm gonna go before Iris accidentally shuts down my PC. Anyways, all right, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for playing this game with me. Hope y'all enjoyed the stream. We will be back on Thursday with Outer Wilds. But until then, hope you guys have a good rest of your night. Hope you have a good day tomorrow. And y'all know the drill. Make sure to hydrate. Make sure to eat something if you haven't already. And make sure to do something that'll make you smile before bed. All right, you guys. And I'll see you very, very, very soon in the next one. Bye-bye. Good night.